See, when they come to you and say things like fee-free education, you are happy, take your children to school. Say, oh, they don't pay fees. The government is good, we don't pay fees. You know why you think you don't pay fees? It's because you can't even understand what is going into that. Because you see, nothing is free. You are paying for it. Only you are being told you didn't pay. How do you pay for it? Through taxation. Who pays the taxes? Me. So I pay tax, and you tell me you've given me free education when it's my taxes that paid for it. So don't tell me any free education. The other thing too is if somebody tells you anything is free, ask them what's the quality. Because if you don't know the quality, don't take it free. If somebody tells you something is free, ask them, what control do I have on it? Because you see, if you think that it's free, even when it's bad, you can't complain. I said to the person, I don't want fee-free education. I don't believe in it. I said, pay me well my due and let me have the joy of paying my own child's school fees, so that my child is not a property of the state. He's my own child, and I have the dignity of a father to pay for my own child. So when my child grows up, I said, I paid your fees. You can't wait till your child grows up, and when he does something, you can't say anything because you didn't pay his fees. So you pay me badly, but give me cheap education. The reason why you and I would take it is because ignorance makes it very easy for you to accept anything. If we are going to be agents of change, one of the first things we have to do is to start getting knowledge. When you start getting knowledge, you become totally dangerous to everybody who wants to oppress you. But give me cheap education. The reason why you and I would take it is because ignorance makes it very easy for you to accept anything. If we are going to be agents of change, one of the first things we have to do is to start getting knowledge. When you start getting knowledge, you become totally dangerous to everybody who wants to oppress you. Because you see, they can take everything from you, but they can't take what's in your brain out of you. Jesus said, you shall know the truth, and the truth shall set you free.
Yes, of course, ye shall know the truth, and the truth shall set you free. Live on Accra 100.5 Saturday morning. Yamamunyina achi yamamu akwaba. Baby bia wotumenka bia no. Mamenka will say Citizen Show Saturday edition. We are back on the block to work for God and country. Pacho, baby, wotumenka no pay. Say ensuo no emuna kakra. Na ewiemu ayi kakranti ashenkafo mo drive yakwa chirichiri mu tukwaye ye besre mu anopai ekwan so aye tro kakra enti moma yanya ne boko pa mesre mu ara moma yanya ne boko yemfa bibia entoto fom enkakra na yentimi mfa omanfo enko na yemfa omo ensai embra ene anope. All right, so you say
Nana Kwabena Bobie Ansah. Berema be meti gara furukube puntimpuna si sokode. No akanchira katabin say you what you can say Kwabena keja guma mene yanko.
I have no other God but you, Jehovah Nisi, Jehovah Adonai, Jehovah Tikeno, Jireh, God our healer, our comforter, our guide. Alhamdulillah. Good morning. Thank you so much. Rabia to Ibrahim Kwasitachi is here. Owaine Kwasia Champo Kwache. Abugri Peter says, good morning, Commander. Watching you live in Techiman. Atima Wuli says, good morning, Bobie. Kwasitachi says, you are our holy hope. Yes, of course. Mashoud Beshala. May Allah bless you. Cry FM. Thank you. Often we're joining on YouTube. Let me remind you that this is a Citizen Show beaming live on Accra FM. Down on 100.5 FM. Mama Ketwa connecting us from Achimota and Ma 7 Adelaide. Rexford in Katia.
I may not know.
Kofi Alexi Yarini says good morning.
The sorrow, the hardship.
Thank you so much.
But though the
Wisdom Zone
and the oceans rage against
my
soul, the devil may
I have no other God but you, Jehovah. And I pray with them payment now to menka. One more sorry if you neither sleep nor slumber. On tonko na onna. Into the piano or try a call. Your man is star call cannot pay. Thank you so much, Jehovah. And then a special day, Saturday, 20th August. It's a special day, you know. For me. Yes, for me. Yes, for me. All right, so that's it. Kentata wo Fijai, Tadi, West Fijai, Alankash. I'm joining here on Facebook, Asantiafia, Mary Ewaha. On Facebook, thank you so much. Kumasi Bokro for Madam Wasibebre. Kwasitachi. You have done. Thank you so much. Amadu Kone, Axim NDC. Good morning. You will do. Good morning. Someone here, John Laboni Coffee Shop. I'm grateful for your support. And I say, come on, Cry from Newsroom. Thank you so much. And I say, come on, I am a production crew. And that's Kwame Kwache Fit one day call him and that's why we are the party pande people pop salada. And the social media handlers dimension be brave. And I media and Kwabena Bobie Ansah, the old soldier, the old lion, Commander Boam, the last man standing till 10 a.m. We are here. Muhammad Ahmadba. Kofi Ewusi Mensa. You have done. Kenny Banks. No. Say your birthday. And then done. Hey, but August 4 also. August 4 also. Na mafia some kwa. I have mafia some kwa. Bernard Jifa is here. Good morning, Bernard. Mohammed Amaba, good morning. I have no. August 4 also, Papa. Maybe next week on 28th. Benza Thompson 27th August. Nasaria 27th August. Ana na sweet at your metro. Ani ampofo. No, so honestly, that be and Rasa and Ansah Ani ampofo. Okay. Yeah. I did Kwabena say there be na beat ya bemi. Anyway, all right, so let's go. Time. Mami hit your video ni kakra. Meba.
Anyi neje inataki kudani belo sili no ne jado mbosi ne jeje William emeka nwa mambala simukule kule yakene getibe wibu mu wanulo kafa kwambosi kosili je mwa mambala ndezeni balani onye nweli nwe kwalifo onye juzili onede Kwambosi kosili je Bule gui dakene Kumu wafolo no kafapolo Liverpool kani position wetebe Onedede Bata seluze no debe Manchester na Onsi banani buje kunu Birmingham, on a gate. William make a woman balandani. Oh, no man need you so. If you like here, I can delay. On a day, done on not so on a day, oh, see. Obodo Igbo onye si na kwoi obia William Emeka nwa mama onye amande ni balani ni beya onede ona papa osile bule obia sa
Don't mind me, Maria Adam is here. Bismarck Amoa. Alaja Suma Zaire. Kwabena Joseph. Lagbani Frank is here. Ogboro Nankasa Kenneth. Masikwe. Yakene Kadere. Roller Cafe or Hong Kong or China. Thank you so much. Ansah the double crater monster never bremo. Depa James Inusa wa Barcelona, Spain, Kwame Ofosu. Wafo Pierre. December no na wo muntin krofo ya wo ye August mu nyina no kire say December one de ye buy go you but August born for no omutemu papa nya better Minia be send me message or say ne matu nyina August kwabo shabo Adadziwa ewo Denmark Kwabena Joseph anyway omo nya Kwabena Joseph mesumi Joseph ni Kristo din no okay
Wafa so sad Benjamin so kan ho na
me di Timothy nya Benjamin hey from Bobie
Wafa ba so wo brofo din bi o ba enya Isaac nso
me di Joseph
wafa ya mpa Joseph
hey mama ade wo na to me di
minim so wo brofo din bi wo Bible mu but
Joseph
Joseph Sa
nyame ba Joseph mia
wafa ye is it Emmanuel or Benjamin
mama ade mi ne yawo me Eden mama si di Joseph o si di Benjamin ade
trouble the one pass me refu
as a whole ya da ho Benjamin we have a fair chire ho
wafa debut na take on the first person now be say
because said you the abro Benjamin so
Debbie one who say within na make us say eka Israel busuakuo no eduminu no Joseph ka ho
Joseph na
eka busua dumienu ne ho eka ho say Joseph no wafa Debbie de Maria o metumi ase wa asori ma mi twa so
o papa so ya so
papa fa che me na we de baby adun de mu ayeden
Joseph
wafa ye ho
Joseph ana ne papa suma na se onfa aduane nkomo onua no mo sre so no a
na che se Joseph ka ho ka 12 tribes no ho
wonka ho wo fa ase
sa
wo fa ase no wono na onu onua nom no wo odi aduane komo a wo mo a
ho ne de me kai pa
ampa ntu papa so fa pa oka ho eya onuanom ton no de ne ma
ai for no Egypt for no
eya Joseph na nice girl bi ekwa dada no a oji no ojane ye
no ye you Potiphar yere no over me ni Bible mo nye se bia nkofo bedwin se bia meti ba ko je se bia Bible de minim papa ye sofo Bible
hweye Joseph for no ye hu oba no hu ofa peka moy sem de se ni adwane are
awo fa wo kan ho bi won say sa yesu ni ban na wo Joseph for ho na eti na meet me nyi ni sa obrof di na just ba me kai pa so
question e busa
to bo di na de awia me pa
question e busa wo pa kire
say me busa say wo kan ho bia na wo fa wo say to every rule there are exceptions and I said there is exception it me say me who say bia who say Joseph no say de eti bia wo fa nya mu nyina Bible mu Joseph nya bi na wa asase so oh wo fa da bi
tobo abna tobo
me busa keke asem busa
so busa me say na wo o ka ho bia
wo fa wo se ma ho efom ho efe nyina ya wo fa asefo wo hu ye hwa wo nwane enu nti na ma me busa sa na nya ni bia sa
da bi o munya ntamte me
ne wo fa asefo de wo fa yentimi ntamte wo fa de sa ho dwo
se o tamte me dia sei na dwane
na okay aha inde sa de ba sa obedwane
yes
wo fa ne ye se dwane pa na se ko ma kra ye hye dodo bia fa ne se bia me sa
Joseph na o Bible mu no bia ne Joseph otiko so ye chi
okay wo fa wo ka me ne se wa ba kwasem pa ene se wo so woni ne wo ayi bia eniema bia sa
ye nyina ye pe ye nyina ye pe
mu ye pese ho na pese mi hu
se mi Joseph no ana ayi asampa from multimedia for koton mi kwasi chu koton mi fo ma akufu adu wanyis sampo
ene sa mom
ne se o modimi aba fero na Potiphar yire no doso
eti wo mo Potiphar yire no mo doso wa ha
ewo o man mu sa na me kire o man mu
okay
no o man mu
eti sie na wa beto wo no mu side because sie wo man mu de oda so to mo
Jesus motem mi Ansah na madwane
ba sie do bi anya ntemte o na ye nkoso aso o ntemte o ye mompa ya aso o ntemte
ya na madwane
okay
ba munya ntemte mi die
na wafa for how long na bedwane bi u say apamfo from no niam asesa wo say Joseph story no na ya apam dada no eti apamfo from no bibia asesa nyakopɔ se wate bibia ho nti no menwe se mensusu se wo hu ema wo ho efa ete se Potiphar yire na wo Bible mu na nte se wudwane
on say apamfo from kra no say munwane adwamammo
nti wo de adwaman ne side ho na wudwane
mo antamti mi ameda ba adwaman
wo fa se wo minim se wo da ho no mo kwanti no se wo ne ma na enya engagement no ma enya nkita ho ebesi den na obenya bi
wo mu se mi da ho kwa no kre
wafa nyankopon ati bibia ho wo ema wo ho efe na enwane wafa wo se adwane ese ya na ama wafa asefo ahofefo nyina wo moda so ada kwane ade ya o because emema na dwe yo mo so ba no ho efe de esi de na oda wokwa ba me wafa so ho efe me wafa so nye bad
abra enkomo bo ha ni no janse mu nkeka avovom party janse mu no avovom jai de okekaro dia sem bebama ene kura no see de ko cantonment police station o charges charging changing of plea you know kwa
wafa dia na am wani abra pese nkomo ye ntwa so
o de twa so
wo da ho kwa na me kan ye na no
o de twa so
ya sai niema
o de twa so
ho na
o de twa so
nti sie ne de obia hu se wafa
akrobeto ne lewen na omonya ntokwa na wedi ohini se buta wedi wani apochpochwe se aprekensima avedi free akrobeto ano a minua yen twaso ade be keka kire ye ho ha no enye fe kra do yen twaso ati
mate wo fa
yeah do pray do yen twaso abra na ti say
erade adom
good baby I want nso toy
epeten ye and to gidi
okay but it seems I no pay no animu enye so your best man for to drivers so mu tu kwai sorry akọ chichi no say normal enhwe normal entoto ne me Ghanaian Times or right
Ghanaian Times wa ha Daily Graphic e wa ha The Spectator so wa ha na The Mirror also e wa ha woni gaga The Mirror wafa say
oh dear mago ayo
mago baby I will be an affair chia
oh Margaret answer mago
who say wunya mentor papa sa o wunya mentor papa sa what's I o grumi e pa grumi e pa see
say we can say
wait mirror The Mirror
any I say
what fan ya kosua pon o
any I say cantonment
wafa wo de watch mu de
o fantasia ya inso bada fantasia jina cantonment o ga canton ties na
that's the con say ta make us what can na wadodo no
ntimu kan say
cantonment
cantonment na cantonment ni na cantonment mo kan say
ani ya cantonment so cantonment wafa mbe so beti asia na
abra me na announce mu uni baby ma ko bi
what can me say
yeah na here eradu oye na do e da
amen
pacho mara no manonko
me mira no enko ho
mara
ene wo fa wo de ya okay de nya de me kan ye ni bio wo ya na ne gaga simachi na mo horo me wo fa ayire ma ya na abusuafo wo ho nuanom ne wo fa asefo no mo ho dada eti se wo ne obi timi kabo mu horo me ni amasa ya ne ha de pa wo fa
anope wa ya de be ka kire horo ya fe twaso
wo fa entino the Daily Graphic e wo hanom Spectator wa ha Ghanaian Times wa ha The Mirror so e wo hanom sei na ye de Ghanaian Times no e na ebro ahesuo wo hwe front page hanom sei ya basabasa ya esi e wo Kwame Nkrumah suapon ni mu e na wode ehon nsem aba ne ekopiem e wo kratafa to so miensa nsem ni kyeremu nyina wo ho no madesuafo no makomako dumienu 12 e na wo no mo kan ya hyen ahodo nso ana esisi ho no mo ebra basabasa ye na ekọ so no so 12 saa e na saa me access ye ni nyina eye University Hall a wota ka no Katanga e na afa Unity Hall a wo mo so wo mo ahotedin eye konti hall no wo mo adesuafo yi edebo ani entawantawa no
abode
eno ho nsem a esiye
o mo ahotedin
ai
se so mo tawo mo na
na wo mo ho ntawo no manka rede wo makwa fa be da bia
ahotedin ni ye dey
ahotedin no na ye konti no
dey
konti se wo mo di na kasa ye Unity Hall
no misa o se chiri
na
ni na so kan say
konti
to aso
wo fa ka fa sa men kan say
o sa
aho ana konti na me kan na kai wo bibi ase wo pemu ehu dodo
ewo tirim
oh se me de wo mitrim ba wo so de wo tirim ba wo de na waka me na pie na pese me hu se wo pese wo kire bibi ana
o kan se na so o kan se
wo kwan bia pese wo kan na
David
kontina kontia yenim ya kontina ayi Unity Hall for kontina enye te se bia police aba akontia na bibi sa akra
ma me ewo tirim
ayo any also de wo tirim wo fa entino eno somewhere na
pachoko
Ghanaian Times the bokata no de ho sem aba wunya krata ni bia ho senka ye nyina kata fa to so yensa
we nyina ya sem baby come to me please stop running Bobie my love why we to be a
what about Facebook no so what person say what for chances say hard way pa onye careful what for say wan ka ensem ni ye pa ma hu de o line so de ani anope se me hwie ayi abosia egum ni me tumfutura gum me se no kra na katafa etoso du 9 so na wode aba saa me wo hwe asoya ehwe wo manyi ene amanhodo so nkita hodie ho nsem foreign affairs ministry no ene regional integration asoya no na opani a woda no ma me shele ayokobotwe saa menifoni eda ha kama de wo kan na ne se Ghana fo a wakodi seseme ukopie mu ewo Dubai mine mu a wo se wo mu mako 431 ahannan aduasa baako Ghana fa wadi ukodi seseme wo se wo boa na afi wo de wonom aba ene wo honom a wo na ma ebu akwa otimi nya no wo fon so nyina ne ado peso utu kwan ko ene Dubai Kata hefa na chase wonum ekeka agency edede wa dodo wa du kodu honum a ene na chase each one for himself God for us all na chase wakwa kodi amia wo honum eno saa hyehyeye bi na nam so ama Ghana 431 same womo ene atutu aka wonum nsempa nya asem keto akopie mu Dubai man ni mu a same asoye a ehwe Ghana ene amahodo so nsem so so ese ene wo boa na wode wo asa aba wonche san se kuntu ewo hwei ehwan ya na chi a na ekọ wo fa sa wo se breniti 22 ntene 22 na the spectator the bokata no so the assembly to dwa wo fa ahomete wo pa ehu hia se yeka ukopie mu ewo western regional ya ade a wo soafo a woda mantem na no onimonyamfo da kon mensa na wode atudwa wo kire say coconut wofa so kai coconut kube yes see yi wo mo se ne health benefits in see na bo hwira na ehwi kosoro kube kwa first kwa wo nu kube agese for se wo bi yade ansa na kube ye kwa tini kwa kope kube nsuo kube timi nyini yes nkofo fie kwa ne yente ni ade
again no ba the point where they see a operation feed yourself and never to say kubeni sa ne ne de se radio adom na nya ba bit na wo backyard kakra bi a your permanent place do be kakra make a crab and power to the obo bi ano oh you nuane bi a I think say no ya abrabomu ya de no so no ya bi before no yensu nyansa in tough times what you say me operation feed yourself ma me to so but the concept a champion the buy no was the best bibi to say meko tomatoes kontomre
kwa ususwa ne sane ma no
nuane anke habit say ye duan wo ye da yachi we have say man kan
sane ade
what you say sane man kakran ne de
no crepa
what you say as much as say we believe say yes obi a mismanage on my no we believe say aduane ho akwatwe but then again expose where we are not proactive say yeti on my muno eno ane say yeti wasa uko obi fia obi asini fie asase adane fie na chiro nya agro onfanya hwe
wataili baby a what we je baby kakra je meko bi and bibi ti say meko tomatoes ni sanya man de otene kwa it's a pepper me say ye fie say ye duadua bi o pay anka kontomre that is a menken no ni nyina bi o kwa nsusu abode ni ade nyina ye duadua bi e wo ho no ma e chi ho no
omo so omo kofa aba na ne bo aye de no kra no e babo omo aso what you say but ye no eja ani bi ya tell baby if you baby
who say encanate kwa no kwa nsusu anu kontomre ne yenton ya kura kumase baby ayete e wa anwoma so ya kwatena ho foforo no se fa ne se bia kwa nsusu anu kontomre ne adi na ne yenton se ye de so san ye kwa ma agemfu afi a ya kwa akwati bi ye so ye de so a wano susu pe bia wa baba bete eba pe wa mo wa mango si wa mu fie ye so ye wo pe ne anka it waited wave there na we so abeti wave there sa na ne ye no
bofre ye duane wo ye fie achi sei bofisa loi
ye ni susu na enyi na abre na mase ye de bi ye duro ni ade nyina
se bofre mo papa na no pa no saa no container car street ni mu a yes say 10 cedis say you say
so ahu akokọ mesa ne saa de je na aban ne ade na ye de ye aduro ni nyina bi so obi afie na che say mu di na mu di bi ye aduro na ni nyina so ehwa mu say see ye say wo ba de friend say climate change kra say wo say ni nyina aboa wo say ye nyina ye tefa akona say ya tile ba bia na say there is no green plantation e wo bia afia etususu se ne papa mu no saa mre ya climate change ho sachira ne ade bebree
ya no anu ya fa ho kire nsu nyansa broni ahon kire ba ni kroma that is the time omo su nyansa then they come up with so many ideas say okay so ahon kire bre we me say ba ya di ahon kire mre mu no ni ati wo abosudwetire ye besu ma mi pape da bia ye na ya asemo omobo so wudi nipa boni ni chi su a ni obesu amati ate fa chokoso
wa fa enti no ukopie mu wa atoye mantamu a na mensini no anasa mantam no so afo wonimonyamfo okyere da komensa Kwabena okyere da komensa samre nani abrepa wo kyere sei da bia no omafo bone sobo anasa wode wo ha ba beto nanim se ne wonomo kubefuo kube ahodo wo mo adua wo mo pesenka wo mo etekoton no wani beti ade bechi abekono na obi akwakwoti a no so ayare ho sempa wo fa kube wia kube no omafo wia kube wia na ama no homene so ewo dwomro elembele nzema east ene mensini ahodo a ewo hono ma eno so o ka ho asem sa ayare ho sempa nti samen woni monyamfo okyere da komensa a wo ye mantem ne so afo wono aso ena yetite ni ededa eye resek na no meche bambo ekuo ewo eye western region hono wo so mo ba be ka abomu pa no mo mani ada ho pa wo ya wo mo ebe so mo so akwa wie kube ewo obi afom no fa won nche kwesa se sie kube bu aye den pa nti satete na wo ya na wo fa me metu kube ni boss betena kube no kra ewo hono mo ye de sie kube nya bo pa ti mo amu wie kube no ma hwe no mo anya ya mo so maso be ye hyepa ewo hono ma eno so wode ehun nsem aba wo hanom sim na eye kratafe to so miensa na businessman bi asamre ene travel agent fue wo mode adi ne denden akosem na wono so ka wo hanom a de obokrata ye de ho aba wo kire say sa business eye travel agent a wo mo bu omanfo efa so no nya de say bia ebeye eneni ntie ho asama akwakoda opani no akire mu hanom say yade a ekoso pa egusu a wo honom nya say bia ehun senkan ekofom nti no yade ekofom enti wono so ade ne nakosam ato hanom say ya no so ye kokobo ama amanfo unya de obokrata ne bia kenkan a ubetumi enya businessman bright mawuli nakosam a wono efa mu ebi akenkan daily graphic kata ye de obokrata no so ewo hanom say na wo hwe anim hanom say ya National Museum na same wo say wa hyemu den pa same wo kopie mu ewo honom a ya de a ye artifact ahodo no wode be say 14,000 kwa na wode aba wode artifact ahodo na aba be gu honom ewo gallery honom a no enam so asame kopie mu honom a nipa etumi bansra hwe nipa etumi bansra hwe momu na ye 14,000 na no ho nsem so wode aba ewo krata ni mu ewo hanom sei the mirror enso so ebaaye na same wo say wo fa wo hwe eye panie bi ya na omanfo ede wo no mo ho ya na ebi mu ede panie bi ewo no mo ho a wo fa ebi mu so mo de wo omo ho aye kokko wo fa what say no ewo ho no mo panie a ema no mu bi no mo de wo mo se be yo mo be ye kokko ne ade ne no ewo dwa so pa same eno ho nsem so no aye ne ewo mountain ade se eboa na krata no ede ho nsem
no omo movie from
pills no wo se wo pese depending pempe so pese wo kokko no eye aha nti obu abe wo pane no no wasa no pills no so aka no wo se sra aka ho aha
wo pese gown pa ofa pills no no awo pane no
no wasa asra aha nti be ye ni nyina aka ho
onipa ba ejide hu ase
enti
na pania no so nko awo ho
na pania no so nko awo ho ne wo nku so nko awo ho no mo ukodwa so se ya use ha wo messe de messe wo dwa so ha tete ukokuma sisi reels ne so sei obekọ na enku a ya messe pa wa ankuremu a emma ekwa akoto yesi benifo ma bi na emmesse ofa na akopie mu ho no ma ho asefem ase emore te se eyi a ko nikanika ne ade amore na o ma aye anyamo afetisi wo no se bi pepepe na wa ankuremu tata ho na those days kura no kumase no amoton 15 cities eko 15 cities kwa ye kuma bi na samre
yakọ eye pills any free pills na akọ panie wow to be coffee
ultimi de wo wo fa ne bo so na fomo
na wa yakọ
ne bo ye den pa $1,000 na wo
o yakọ sa no ye den
oh e ma ni bi si ano na ememe ba wo makwan mwepe was obo otimi ka se obema bi wa hia bema bi ba wose wo pa de nyame anim se de ompokua sisi hweyi na wo tu ya yuyukuyuku se maku beni ade yi ka wo ye kokko ka ho de ananka nya bibia awie sei but
mpokua ni yukuyuku no de kokko na wo
no de kokko na wo no because anya sana no matter the mpokuya yuku and they tour like a mpokuya like a melkube and they tour like a Lufthansa eba betuo no unya kwakwa ebete so ebia wo fa na se bi kwa me kwa me ka me ye kwakwa ka ka menye bi dadaada o
ara
men ka se me pe kwakwa ye ba me ka se ebia wo fa de ankofo for madwen kyerem na Facebook ne so na me hwa de
ye be ka se hura kyerem ye kwa but say combining the pills, injection and creams, then you become like albino. Edino ade to aso na mempe ya isa Mustafa Amidi on srai pa choko
wafa enti ano so ehonsam eno no pania omanfo ede wo mo ho we se wo hwa be man wote wono ma ye de pania e wo no ni nyina ne se ne se obenya we ni ye omo a epe vitamins dodo e wo mo ni padua mu ene be man ne de no ebi mu so se wo mo wo se de be ya wo mo be protect wo mo kidney ene wo mo liver eho panie nyina aba the mirror krata na de ho nsem aba krata fa to so miensa unya bia wo kenkan abon se eno ho nsem so wo ho no ma yese apomuden aso ye efo na ka se ewo sunsun aso bone o se wo sunsun aso bone pa wono ma wo sa panie no emfa ho ene botaye nti awo sa wo sa wo be ye kokoo wo say wo be boost immune system no wo say awiahyewa wonye tuntum ni ade ni nyina no say ne wo fa na nso be yi ni ade ni nyina no wo se wo sunsanso bone pa unsanso bone nti wo ma ate agu so no ate agu pane ahodo a wo dwa so a wono mo wo so won hwe yi pa won hwe mo asem nka sisi ekopie mu obepie mu e wo Ghana so a kata na e kire se abuso pa abuso e wo Ghana dwa so we ayesa no fake no so na do so fake ne na do so ade na we pane e ti se ya because me wo faminim say na that time kwa start aba no na it was $1,000 any chirewu it is see na etimi abu o my Ghana mu de so otimi say fake na ba mu pa fake na bem
anyway but I can say
wafa asa
ya say Ghana for MIU no omko under 20 World Cup no ma ba fi anyi
asa me so atwa masum na watchi
anyi ho
de aye ne de ba bia kwa akosi ya no
ya ayo aro no I say abra I don't pay you that's bebre that's
wafa me sme that's intimate de aye de metwan wa achire ho ho ena de waba de na waba na chese ya hihye bibia na ye hu de ye ne ho nkọ ne ba bebre wofo fane no wofa ase asem de ka bia ebe ye nsem bebre
yuku
wofa ne bye bye
yuku bye bye yuku bye bye yuku. All right, so that's it live on 100.5 quick one mini about Solis Buja Manche, and this one is coming from Tutupene Manche. Mo ya for ene omwa yaw envy, pain. I saw Mumwa. Paul, I don't watch it. She didn't go far. Paul, I don't watch it. Gabi watch it. Dako. Ekufu adonum. Evona ahoya ne bayi. I saw Mama. Ewo kroma chen wo. Yati krom ha. Atem didie pa Ekufu adonene busuafo ane Paul Adumoche no mo ne sa boys na carbonum ne atem ni do mo didi philosopher sukwache your friend say okuja to ablakwa omane bo ama atem ni do mo didi o mo okrom ha from Atamil's time to Jomama time atem ni do mo didi stand up benum pa okrom ha atem didi I mean, say nipa kasa ya yemfa nyansa minim se akufado obi odi akufado achibi agimi me minim clear obi odi akufado achibi agimi minim but say jimi no bro so koye say ya na ha adwene me I have issues about your friend say KKD nomne the way they do their things I have my own issues about them. Intimate spokesperson. But the point is, yeka ahoya nadabio kano foriata Akufo-Addo Paul Adumoche nekroma nipa obeyam ho ahoya de se ne wagimi kromfo a wo ye no wo ye kromfo ho ahoya ete se atai na wo envy atai how kromfo Akufo-Addo ne kromfo ya kromfo and Paul Adumoche ebede no bia envy because that Biano, you are going to face prosecution. Unless John Mahama no just say John Mahama and Crawford say, we are more downful, and he omube jao. And this are Paul Adumoche, we are jail candidate, and an hono. We are jail man, and an hono. You have issues with the state. And you are buying tea, and why are you going to say, oh, your friend say BBNC unless JM no money in Crawford decide say oh your own friend dada until any kodi that one obi enka because a draw no omuna power the crowd and I know say you are very confident say obefa nwadi beyond that menya sure say KKD e woni trim so person ko jail. And Paul Adumoche, you are one. Who are candidate? Obi Akufo-Addo who be a criminal. Obi Akufo-Addo who be a kromfo. And I don't know why you should envy a thief, a criminal. And boys say what MPP numu nyina no. Obi anu a wabobra papa bia say, oh na me ye adwuma bi and MPP bar power. And na me live my life dada to show me tell me baako pe tell me John Bodu kura no no wanyini kura no a yama damfo no I know them minimum nyina ase tell me nipa one baako pe bo baako pe din say na me ye madwuma dada obi anim the state of data bank in opposition can ofriata criminal way Ekofa party office ano de kwaji loan sebe ya data bank ebetimi survive but for MPP party Akufo-Addo na busuafo ya hiafo very poor people but for MPP party and Ghana ni bia wo temi anopentem ye but for MPP party Omo did do a party no more check. And Akufo-Addo and Crawford there no more. What do they have? Nothing. Na me what I asempa FM near pyramid dancer. Na Gabi eba me studio. That means me who Gabi me who no. That time I was driving FX35 Infinity. Gabi want to be in Tosaka not that time. So be we are politics sika. E dey na won ho e ya ni bre. Ube we are sika e wa ban mu a. Na so anya sika. Bobra to say Kwame despite no me yenhwe. Bobra bobra say me bobra me ya adwuma. Yes, obi anye clean. Ya adwuma bobra ya adwuma na bobra kobra. Ya adwuma na kobra. Obi a chief director for years. 2 bedrooms kura oni bi. Obi a lecturer. Obi yes safo no omo ne yes omo obi a radio adwuma for years. And he said, what by o party we need power. Now baba sika. You don't sit down and say so be any bre obi. Obi any bre so obi dey. And especially when we know all these guys. We know Yenimo Kromwa. That but for a year MPP coming to power, you don't have anything. You don't have one Trokramunibi. These are criminals, thieves, Akronfo, using MPP party as a vehicle. Yet the political party say, yet the year of my year. Mwabeji party no, and the party they are a criminal organization. A criminal organization. And you are running a criminal, your friend say, dealings. When you are able to convert a whole domestic airlines, and they are private, and I'm there say niema, and the free hako. Money laundering, drugs. We are on my sikaka, we are on my state lands, on my sase, on my properties, movia. Now we are the announcement why yeah. At the say, Obi or do for young fast santimampon. No, all of a sudden acquire fraud boy. No, or say when Jessica out to talk us into a ye. Jesus Christ, my Savior. And when we are talking about serious issues affecting our mind, you are digging at people, political armed robbers, digging at people say, hey, yeah, man for ya. Keno for yata de yere no mo boduku SSSK e kwam just to fund MPP Keno for yata. A very useless man like that, stealing the country. Obi bo mine krono, obi dibone, obi diawu. Eno ni ya kan wasem. And you are sitting there talking foolish things on Akwane friend say, Ghana friend say. What is his name? Jasper and so why a platform also. Why Zoom Lion? And you're talking rubbish. No more kwasi afford to say mo say enya ayi MPP na money ababa be say abewia o man sika. What do you have? Abraham be na mo abo na okromu a. Yes say Kufado boys ding na line from John Kuma one make me a kire obi ase. Make me a kire obi ase. Abraham be na mo abo. Mo supply black anum Felix your friend say James Ajenim Boatinum Standogbe atem di na boys ya nanya ho ya no nanya envy when you guys were insulting them and ankwala no my ministers and ankwala no my say and ankwala slame abrabo Kufado no amu abrabo ba no abo. That time, honorable black one, no man kasa. Felix no man kasa. Today, Obi criticize all the okay and some and kwasiasem. Adianchi emu fancheme. But you see, when criminal, so envy criminal, Obi or a criminal. How? Why should you envy a criminal? A thief, somebody or change jail. Now, even if NDC wins and they decide, say, the street, Paul, street the crime from one chamo. Let's take it. Say, NDC will decide some big jamo. Even the street will not forgive you guys. The street will come after you guys. Idiot. Foolish boy. Obi, we are my. I mean, we are getting. Obi, we are my. We are getting. Your current situation, suffering, say you woman, I know. I go for the nebusia for this anquasi, I don't know. And we are talking about it. That's Obi raise issues. Over here dealing with the issues, you know. Say envy, ya. I put any poor baby one ya no name Ansah. Na mo dia de omo ho akono. Omo ya na sa nkrofo ya ba mo nche be sresre musika na ya na omo ya menwanwa. Nipa mo ho nya nyan sei.
Say onipa bia kan kro ene ne ba aya na ejine sisi so nanso ekoba se sisi ne ho kotechima ene na asempa ene dia bon eno nti na make for tabia herbal capsules e dia ma say yesisi ya dia pa na age onipa dia na boso dia bomodia ne num tabia herbal capsules na boy di usisi mama mai na wonya sisi etimi abo aduma pa say ya ayemtim na age yefunu ya boso ama wuntimi nya wo hia bomodia ne num tabia herbal capsules na etimi yi ne befi afini pedienim ama wo yefunu adaho tabia herbal capsules ebuso ewo pharmacy shops any herbal shops ewo wiase afa na nyina ana afre ahomatrufo yi 0243686861 hi say wo ma akranufo wo your penfo ana wundi infedu wochia wo numbi tabia herbal capsules wonsunum
Kana enyumaku akese ne nketewa ne ankrankra monsa no adwuma ne sasem na horo na moye no muntie din we ye pa na menkasa moda entremo aye base ewiase amansem na eya papa epu awuropu kopuko na ehwam na san yi fi ene nkekaye kantare mu a enko stubborn stains intelamanfo topa no eye base ene wo mo edeye edwumaku ne ankrankra mo yesem na horo aye digare etese shower gel face wash ene hand wash amopese mu product ama amanfo body etoso ne yetoni pi ama mo no monto ye base na yentre mo sane amode ba mu product yesan de ya shampoo ene liquid detergents a ye de horo nkuko nyina e help bia eni ho afi print petroleum and leather industries are your base a lubricant cleanser foaming agent grease da nom any nyaman kaye nyina no e wie payenti amanfo to free
0574 065307 0574 065307 0559 638166 0559 638166.
Na yemma mo papa no a ne bua fuche baby ade mo Ghana at the base aba sa emeburu dodo na be wurasem na yemu na Ghana manufacturers so ebe ye niema eye papa ebe mo business e boom.
Hey, Breku, Mr. Doctor, your way, I say, is the natural clinic doctor. I didn't know this area. Ain't there, baby, don't go on. Doctor, no, ya do. Oh, yes, sharp. Now say, what woman, you didn't know. Their pressure, diabetes, say, why you come, say.
No, Doctor, 3 days, I'm now okay.
I want no one, 3 days now, what kind of anything.
I have for one, our friend, Doctor, 3 days. Nedro can one, pepper, no, you have for no stress. You might want you know, Yadia Bay, diabetes, a war, asthma, the prostate, have my fibroid, a face on who you are, Yadia. What they call Dr. 3 days what one Casaba Casawanum, said Dr. Nedro Najo Cra. Or ya win ye or we are Abadi, Dr. 3 days, who didn't what you must have also Casa was the natural clinic and care or old Ashoman, Alloway Johnson.
Tamanso Ashaiman, Christian Village, adjacent ICGC, Kaswa Yewotuba, Mama Africa Junction.
The natural clinic, Saman for Diaconia when we are near Diacobia, Nansechi, Nadan and Sambonia Sanquan. Dr. 3 days, or Meme Drobi, Sabema used to be no about the da, Obanas man said Matiaka, so Obasu used to be another Matiaka, so wonderful. Production 0553 213 587 and 0246 594117.
CD capsules, CD capsules, CD capsules. My body say,
what body and prince?
CD ointment, CD ointment, CD ointment, and also
what brand new CD and prince?
More say, what immune booster pa. sɛ de onipa kwa no bɛyɛ wɔ adwuma sɛ deɛ sa simple kɔpɛ CD capsules ɛnyarewa mo bɔ rough yɛnim so anante a na wayɛ adwuma kakra bi na wabra yɛ so week biara
ɛnea me haw paa no
ɛnea wate CD capsules nkan woyɛ so mmerɛ kɔpɛ bia wo haw so atwa
ɛna CD ointment
ɛyɛ aduro tatahwe ada wobɛnya ho no kɔ CD herbal center yɛ a wɔyɛ CD ointment ne CD capsules no ɛwɔ lahyebi Sharom Sport yɛ ɛbɛn 19 junction na kɔtie kyerɛ sɛ general body pains nea no kɔtodwe ɛyɛ no ya na ɛkɔ na poso honam yɛ a CD ointment nti few days hwim ɛkɔ yɛ a wɔnom de CD capsules hwim ɛkɔ wɔnom CD capsules no na wɔde CD ointment nso ɛmassage
na menya ne nyina bi wɔ he
pharmacies chemical ne herbal shops dodo a frɛ 050-5767-425 ana 0209-682836 apemfo abata wɔn a manufoɔ ne nkwadaa wɔ ne mfie dumienu nka ho FDA ahwehwɛ saa edwadie nkratoɔ mu agye atom sɛ
All right, so live on Accra 100.5. Mikhail said live was studio as here no pay. Uncle Rexoma, chairman Ghana Music Rights Organization and a convener Edema Arise Ghana. About joining here in the studios, Liswan and Akusipoko as usual. Will join us here. Then we have our brother Samuel Hunto, host Edema. Amanyosem original TV and also joining our studio has say Minia Mache
Ana mejo suna pomie
adiache ogoka ya so ya ho ya
no ma
ogoka ya o ya
me share wache
pa
beti onka na radio so
mesumeti onka na me hu ni listo
me hu beso ni jane sa no a bataye baba mencha ayefo na etiefo na no pe me gidi so bibia apomie na ahoya ne de na nipa be ya ahoya o
ogoka ya se ya ahoya
nipa be ya ahoya because Ghana constitution is say we should protect this constitution jealously because ahoya ade we ye mranum say eba ne say ye mo man Ghana mra e no man Ghana ho ban no do it jealously
fa anibra ni
ahoden ni ahoya efa bo man ho nti se obi hu say eniama bi nkoyie na so kana be kasa ya ahoya e normal because constitution cry kire say ye jealously even Supreme Court cry no a Kwabena no obi ati akiri ayasam nya kwan no obi ade formula na ba na be bokra no constitution say we should protect the Supreme Court jealously and what are you talking about but now nim de me wa kakra yewra KKD me tie ni outburst no msa say so enkrofo be ka so middle class nti papa since 2017 oni Ghana ha enti sansem ya ka from 2017 na fe na opiniati because we say na no wote ye no e na ofa phone ana ofre obi wa ban mu e na nipa no confirm so normal practice ana ofre obi opposition ana ofre civil society organizations in me no confirm say indeed is going on ana ne hu dwiri no na am say
enti dada
wonte
me so na me with the same problem. We got the same issues, but the other argument they say, timing in found the fact that no sweat me being and wakasano.
Yes, sir, what me being and wakasa banana. What's your man? Will be to say KKD. Ocean lifestyle when you be a mekase or born with without before computer and answer is when smartphone and answer one read the happenings in the country. Menya sure. But me wan say ade a ya sha ase aka ho asem mpeni si due nya wo a ebetu ani no yetu ase yentwa so e sha se 2017 first 2.25 billion US dollar template Ghana for sha se bisaye wan mo kra na bond no mo sha akiri ebesi nne yesi emiesu mie hu omo mo sha akiri besi nne eni aka na kenofurata bisi Kwabena if you ask planning is everything no so what planning bibia whether good or bad we succeed
so ko bokro no kwa what na dem
your president anado
what planning
yes no your swafo as a minister attorney general foreign affairs minister yes no only pay Sano Macao. Yes, send on you pay. Because or say,
but Maminja Uncle Rex, good morning.
Good morning, Kwabena say.
Moko Uncle Rex, comrade. Asam na yanesre.
That's not you pay. So on the person or small mind because Nako pardon ne fie omu obidi.
Omu ni fie.
Enti wanyiska. Emma Ghana for me nyagide say obi abe oswafo. Ghana politician be na be maniska 1 year. No etima small mind without pay. Ene na enimu fetete eni nti no ye de tumi ma no a se no asa be ka se me ba bia manyina adui ma bobra mi ma me wi o man sika emfa anya hwe enti so nipa ne kasa asem na ko hwe na bra ba wa bo as a minister wa anyi pay no a
which is a lie.
Yeah, you be convinced
boa
say obetumi aye ye de tumi ni ma ni wie ye no nana ene de na ekoso now so ma kromfo and me the calculation be about me say wa ye e wa ban we mu wo ye aban adwumani we ye government worker wa ye bia wo kromfo na me the calculation be to amu de ntia me ka se nana me so obi bi o ye aban adwuma wo Ghana hande wa ye bia e kromfo eno na nche na do wie ni de no say de aka chen say yera Kenofurata as finance minister onyi pay Kenofurata ye so onu so onyi pay. Now no Gabi baya with all this Kenofurata na woni side chick. No ni side chick family ho bay. Now wana ka chen so ni side chick. O ma Kenofurata o ma Kenofurata. Emfa chebi nsu. Ensu atwa chebi ni aboso. Emo no hu dua so ni side chick.
Excuse my language. Sam kwasi asem no kan da we.
Wonte ye.
Me follow mo.
Na me dey follow mo. Me dey follow mpa. What's on ni side chick?
Dabio na onimpna
family ho bay na me say no krampona na me say what say on fan in sanshigem Bible they say the Bible omumu Bible omumfa ensu achache bi hu ahia emfa mon hu dua so ni sai cheka because uncle for be Finland aba same bia ye build ye ne such a way so we obi a o man ne ho do we finance minister onye pay tio onye pay Ghana fonti ase de ntia na do ntimi yes sa no moka Ghana fonti ase de ntia o man pe na do ntimi nsake Kenofurata and Kenofurata will never resign as a finance minister unresigned that because he's not there for the interest of Ghanaians, he's there for their interest because nana Bosia sign na abo under this government na work out the percentage a data bank omo na ya advisor bond bia omo gen work percentage no na we say 1 billionaire ben na Ghana ha
finance minister
obetu make some money no kwaja tasman kwadangote omo run private business nyina no obi na obetu make that profit data bank a make since 2017 based in a true bond na so am can I normalizing because we can akwa akosi say the institutions are also nyina eboa near casetia this chronism nepotism corruption econo they would rather come and defend the politician against the ordinary citizen nanka Ghana need this year KKD abe criticizing finance minister and the government nanka obi be attacking no journalist
no but you see I don't have any problem say a media practitioner would defend a position. But the point is say, asem na KKD kan no, etisa na nje entisa. But say oko trivial asem no say ahoya ena ama KKD kasa.
Wan kasa am kasa asem no.
Ubenya nya pa almost boy bi wo Metro TV or ya adwumre program bi.
That joker.
I don't know. Enti no go catch any person ya ahoya.
So
na Ghana for e dey na work for ado ne nkrofo wan
no share labianka asem ba ye asemi ba ye office of special prosecutor report on the ba che say why invite omo why investigate no or call the lawyers na koy mate say ma me na kasa cry lawyer ni nyina nkonko be sie ni say waje atuma watua sa 1 million Ghana cedis dey am buy yet ye one central for host say enye tax evasion na omo Ghana krono special prosecutor mum na ehwehwe animu. Can you imagine this? Will be on appear before officer special prosecutor ya tutu na no with the lawyers for document bra yen for document mra na ya reconcile hu se wo bu o man Ghana faso enti etwa ka ma kokotua ama nipa na kwa kotua na report ne baya na special prosecutor ni mum na Ghana and Central Phobinum attack no ka senye tax evasion. So you see, and Tinina says they don't hear say, oh yeah, then I say, yeah, you just look Coco Central for, and the government official don't even have to issue press statement to defend themselves.
Can you imagine? But Mammy, idea with Mammy Bo. KKD inside my Uncle Rex a quick one, and I know say an operator DFM4 and Adeshi FM in Kumasi and yes Sunyani FM or Sunyani Fabia FM West End FM. Yama, I'm out for the opportunity. No more saying
I saw how much Ghana owes, but I also found that apparently the Minister of Finance's company or former company is a transaction advisor to the monies we borrow. So as Ghana gets poorer, the Minister of Finance's company or former company gets richer. Is this what we want to continue in this country? Do we want to elect people into office, give them their pay and their perks, and then allow them and their friends and their companies or their former companies to be the very beneficiaries of the woes of our country? This is not only about the Minister of Finance. This is about Parliament. Parliament, you must be ashamed of yourself. You have failed the people of Ghana. Because I don't think from the time of Nkrumah to date, whoever is the Minister of Finance should be benefiting every time our country goes to borrow money. Is that what happened under everybody in this country? What precedent are we setting? Yesterday when I read the report, I was so broken. And I was like, do people know this? So I called 4 different people. Some in civil society, some in government, some in the former government. And they said, oh, but this is general knowledge. And I'm like, it's general knowledge and Parliament thinks it's okay. So whoever wins the next election will also set up their own companies and be the transaction advisors when we go and take a loan. What is wrong with us as a people? So the person's motive for even going for a loan for me now is not clear. Because every time we take a loan, their company makes money. Does this make sense to us as a people? Look, we have leaders of industry, some who have been, deprived of their finances. And in the meantime, the people who are sitting in power are stealing us blind. And all people can tell me is, oh, but this is general knowledge. And then Jimmy what a shame. What a damn shame. When they are out of power, will they want whoever comes into power to repeat what they're doing? This is not NDC MPP. Parliamentarians, you are supposed to help us protect the public purse. You can't just go and sit there and vote, I am MPP, I am NDC. Vote your conscience and vote your constituency.
What are you expecting the MPs to do?
The MPs? But you cannot become the transaction advisor for going to take loans when you are the Minister of Finance. How is that possible? They are the legislators. If they won't speak up about it for the whole country, but for me taking time to read this much over the weekend and yesterday, I wouldn't know the details of this. So now go and bring all the loans we have taken and show us all the transaction advisors and see whether they have links to the presidency or the people who are the ministers or the people who are in legislature. Why are we doing this to ourselves? What kind of nonsense is that? Hey,
if there's a conflict of interest,
conflict of interest is where it starts.
So Stride should be on the ball on this one.
And where are they? Where are they? Look, right now Ghana has become each one for himself, God for us all. I was speaking to one of my staff yesterday. He says, boss, I went to buy gas. 14-kilo cylinder now is 152 Ghana cedis. 150 Ghana cedis to fill the cylinder, 2 Ghana cedis for the rubber. When I take 152 Ghana cedis out of my 1,400, how much is left? Now water is going up, electricity is going up. And some people who we have put into positions of authority are raping the country. Why? Why? Sikahiana mubedi. You are leaving it for your children, and your children know you are doing this, and your children will come and tell other people's children that mo papa and mo bra. because you were stealing from the people. So those people whose parents did not steal from the people will be suffering. And your foolish children will come and tell those children, mo papa and mo bra. They be, mo papa and yesika. What is this? And nobody wants to talk about it. Because if you talk about it, they'll impoverish you. Hey, massa. Obi nkuwa. Wow. If nobody kills you, you die your own natural death.
Thank you very much, Chrissy. Went from ghost names swiftly to conflict of interest.
Economic analysis and straight one year but who you KKD?
Kwesi didn't make us want to say last week many kwesi ACI kwesi CEO
before this
video kwesi CEO a friend said na me name back it one and I'm not say hey Kwabena back it way ni hey why we dey say me no wow but ade awo ya me pa ne politics kwesi welcome. What's it?
Really?
Adia me ya prince to me nya adwene ne politics ameye.
KK the news share
last week before be the video. You call
last week that way.
You call AB Crensel 1 week.
Oh.
Aha, ti ona me ni share.
Am say ade
chi ya no ye video we. Na o ka kire me say adia me ya nani o me nya adwene ne politics. Na man ka hwe because na minim say ebe wo no.
I see.
Minim say odogana. Nana minim say ebewo no. There are so many people in this country who are sleeping. Asem way by about 5 years.
Yeah.
Can Oforiata start to say kuku books? Look, the greatest scandal that has ever happened to this country since independence is Akufo-Addo ne Naban. Yet omo planning a package omo who say a quite beyond the first be winning the trust of Ghanaians. Now we are. They did not come for this country, they came for themselves. Everything that they have done. Now Ghana, yabaya laughing stock. Mini akwesi, welcome. Wabat nasi. Because obia wo dwene o my Ghana ho. A wo dwene da chinchirima ho. De ekoso kan ni proya ekoso o my we mu a enipakuo kakra bia ba wi a o my ni sika e no my yusu sika no e na omo dia infiltrate all state institutions e na omo ye in such a way say bi we attend cities a na me che 2 cities che ma obi a se Ghana for come do me che ma obi a omo a esese omo yi meto no mama mo kakra di eti no na me ma fa 8 cities. That is exactly what is going on in this country. And say no a mema ayema egudem. Most people are afraid. What is happening to the so-called clergy in this country? What is going on? Sa asofo na omo tete Ghana say na some ye politicians o some ye deni o omo way. Is this the way we want to run this country? Is this the way we want to leave this country to the future generation? The way we are say kono say na Ghana e pese ye niema. Asese obiada. The so-called middle class. Na de shema bufu kran say the enkrofo bi wo kro we say mo a omo titi radio so some ye journalist. Omo asese omo aso me fourth estate. Omo asese omo hwe some be protect the public purse. Ama sebe a protect the ordinary citizens no. Omo mom no ma champion ta omo defend the corruption. What is going on? And everybody is afraid. Ye nanan mo chichire Ghana to no omo de omo moja. Omo nkware chichire Ghana to ho e ma yen. So say ye nyina ye say yesuro obi a hyedem. Obi so nya kakra dia na anya ma me fa ne sa na me pemba bi ntina. There's so many people who meet me and say, "Hey Rex, na wo nsuro, na we mu de enkrofo we de omo hu o." Look. Ukumi na wetin yakumi bio.
No way.
Na keke di no no kan no. Obi anku a wa obewu. Ebin ma hwere omo kra na omo de apre omo. Why is it that Ghana we don't have any business being where we are today? This same kind of Oforiata who superintended collapsing all Ghanaian financial institutions instead of saying Kobet me issue 9 billion and they save omo, save all the workers. Amo minor kwanenimu no. They decided to use 21 billion to destroy all these institutions. Emma omo me wo nyina elusu omadwuma. whilst o protecting on there, on protecting say
21 billion Ghana cedis representing $7 billion.
Yes,
right?
And let me make us a much row. A question can for your turn a finance minister and on quantity in a yearbo. What about Chasadu Wahin? It is a clique, cabal. They came to steal. Almost a Sabusiano bar no master said, play more than a friend say offshore. And no more they fetch us abe partner Ghana, abe Ajapa. What do they take Ghanaians for? You see, it is about time. Sanya must say, and the politicians, look, right now, Ghanaian, the ordinary Ghanaian is losing interest in the Ghanaian politicians. And say, I'm sure Sadia way, yeah. That Ghana, we are sitting on a time bomb because we are actually disappointing the youth. Obeko school we abred no ho afi say o because school we amenya adwuma ye obeko school na wie no onya adwuma ni binye na we do time ese so ware okohan dan single room yes tua your friend say 3 years advance aban si dan ni bi just say yama abraba ye din ama Ghanaian the ordinary Ghanaian to the extent to say look, the last thing you can do to anybody is take hope
from the person. If there is hope, nipa says some struggle. I said ye. But if or struggle day in day out, and your man koso or who and one ni ma mene papa just so much teach your mother man or dinner go school or no sina dwen so be adwuma na ko tumi di bia hwe ni ma mene papa or ye bibia enye yie na wadi 30 na wadi 32 na wadi 34 oni hwe oni ba bi da na otese obi akọ politics within 4 years osisi mansions. What is going on in this country? Some question sense na me nkwa sorry no. Simple. It is pure hypocrisy. Me nkwa sorry. Me grad be 18 years. Because abai bi power. Obehu sa asofo na we can we. Where are all these voices? Why are we like this?
Kwabena.
All right. But okay, so Nisaki MIA or say 28 billion Ghana cedis rather.
Clean up. Nana enwie yo. Omunti aka ni wie yo. But one thing I Ghana for say be some say always Baumia katre ka abane abo as a banking sector clean up side. Nana who confiscate to obi japade a. Ufa asset and liability. Eka eni na japade. De bia wo boka na oman na bo no kire yen. Mufa banks mean Heritage Bank. Omo dan ya o masini fe East Legon order so maje. Enti sa banks na mo confiscate amogie nyina no access no say away mon kan kire ene dia won kan kire yen omo chafa uba no abeka kire yen so e ka ya boni na you see you're talking about being a patriot Sergeant for the Kwame Nkrumah peduasi lodge ne e hono mampeni bia bo na so afo ko retreat no nipa no sie na nya aban yo ankra ne sie o ko de mo Sergeant for Dr. Kwame Nkrumah anye o de ma my Ghana National Fire Service baby omo office we eno so be property a or the ma Dr. Kwame Nkrumah wonu so osade fuji en wanfa o what the ma my Ghana and na ho na National Fire Service esie ba wo de obae no ejapade na yo man dia no e na wo do fun se bi obrato kwabna wonim say Oko le eye kwalebu sa intensive ko mukosi e fa ma mofra ye de ma Rebecca Kufu wo be kan da okwa breaking grounds ena legoni abrante bi ko ye okofa placard e ka se o mun commission Lego Medical Center ye chi abrante no twe ne fom ne ko shemu no o ma wie ye se yensi emfa mo emofra o neonatal mofra wo o mfoforo kwabra nim se national insurance scheme nya adwuma ho. Really? I'm telling you enya adwuma ho. Madam Fubako neba abofra ya wo no foforo jade akora ne koto for na for just 3 days ne bill de man 10,000 Ghana cedis. Really? Yenji yes ne ka che so oba penyi Rebecca odwen Ghana mofra ho uko kind statement ebe o kama ye di na to so Rebecca Kufu Rebecca Kufu ado eye PICU ane de ato National Health Insurance Scheme enya adwuma enti e de abofra wo ne koto wonum na woniska ubewu na ne papa bi de ne yere ne abofra keto mo voter range de ne buy ya de ne ba to for 3 days o 3 days ni akofa 7,000 Ghana cedis amana sem confess ka wa he.
Can you imagine can for that I don't want Ghana.
So it's like making business. Na se hospital no aye sina Rebecca Kufo din da so no say your government identity na national insurance scheme nya adwuma ho. National insurance scheme no when na we deserve national insurance scheme better than sa abofra ketwa na yawo no. Na abofra neonate abofra yawo no premature baby. Niamfa ne nko niam intensive care. Se ne maame ne papa enye sikani abofra ne bewu but the purpose of which I did see and say yamfo ma sa nkwada no yam o mapomuden mesi national insurance scheme enye adwuma e wo ho. Na so kwa Rebecca Kufu edin na boho when they call breaking ground on the commission ye and edin din asa to so Lodina foundation musi any do no an personal scanning foundation and we see no there ni dia boss Lodina foundation to be able say Lodina foundation na wo de ye ene do man Ghana ska ko se japade a na say ene ye wo sa agriculture modern agriculture ye no dan mu
yes friend say something
ye no dan mu mahama sha se na nanado din akoboso
I'm friend
greenhouse nanado din ne da akoboso na no mu koko si library ye de nanado papa din e na akwakoto so
there wo dodo
de nanado papa din na akwakoto so say eye can say ICT center na beto a na ye de esro usudin na de akwa akoto so hospital ne besi a eye kolebu a na ne Rebecca Kufu din na akwa akoto so na senko obi esro din de to so na senka Mahamadi de sanka chita pitio kaga na hanyina nko bia befa but the people the make can say sa hospital na ma Rebecca Kufu adoko de so kobo fun mu si ya eye Ghana fo bitrim se wo dwen Ghana mofra ho wo dwen abata ho wodwen apemfo ho entie senior famo amofra no national health insurance scheme abane ka se no na ye hiafo me ne wo ye yade ebetim de akoje ye harese no enya adwuma ho enti se wo ba yade nya de okọ ho a se wonni sika ma abofra na fie no onwu because obekwa ko doctor for mo hwe no okoda ho a day kra na ye bill de be mana na wuntumi.
Meba. All right, so quick one from Richard Agon says Bobie, good morning. What your guest is saying is true, and I am a victim to this situation. Okay, so watching you live from Kolebu, Richard Agon. Okay, so Port of Fear says, please read Proverbs 29 verse 2. Proverbs 29 verse 2. Okay, get it for me. Proverbs chapter 29 verse 2 from Port of Fear. Maria Adams says there's time Ghanaians take keen interest in Parliament because it seems we have left them to take nonsense decisions from these criminals, which affects us. NDC grassroots rise up. Okay, so Roland Bless Atoklo says, well, you see when people with intellectual brains like KKD are talking, then the exams cheating. Okay, so let me leave this one. Habib Bantu says the most annoying thing is when I hear people say NDC and NPP are the same. Total nonsense. James says Zitu says God will punish these particular government. Only criminals. All right, so we have seen Yaboham says Bobie, please tell Uncle Rex never to ask the whereabouts of the clergy because they have been part of this MPP cabal right from 1992 together with the GBA and other CSOs. And I read Proverbs 29 verse 2. When the righteous thrive, the people rejoice. When the wicked rule, the people groan. Proverbs chapter 29 verse 2. All right, so this one is coming from Port of It. Now, let me check this one. Eric Adas says, KKD obviously is a hypocrite. Oh, Chroma and Fienu. Okay. So, Darius in the Abyss says, good morning, Kwabena. Watching you guys live from Malta. Figura, I don't know. Maria Madan says, we only have MPP criminal organization. These people are mafia. Some Ghanaians are underestimating them. They are crooks. Okay, so Emmanuel Nia Disaki says, we'll be one day. Allah. Okay, so Commander Boam, so our PDS monies is gone. 52 billion Ghana cedis missing from Ghana Commercial Bank, and no one is asking Karen Furiata anything. Uko Busaya, see ya. Joseph Bobie, please find out from some more for me if he's still with. Okay, so let me leave this one out. I mean, to pressure and the Senate, meaning say, Hunto Ubenya. One woman unknown that to send me. Ni Ajay Emmanuel says, okay, so. All right. Edward Okai says, okay, thumbs up. Okay, we have Prophet Denis says, when the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice, but when the wicked beareth rule, the people mourn. Okay, so it's the same thing as what I read earlier. Amanya Paul says, Bobie, good morning. Send my greetings to your panel members. Okay, thank you. Okay, Liso, good morning.
Good morning.
So obviously but every year to video no every year to raise issue be about one village one dam, and I don't know some more here, and I don't want to paraphrase what he said.
But I can predict that he will not make any sense.
Well, yeah. Okay, so because
under you each year would have done 4 times harvest. If we were putting in the one village one dam, and that's what I'm throwing in now.
Yeah, but you see, you are talking about something which is utopia.
How is that?
It's utopia because you cannot get you cannot get irrigation to all farmers in Ghana.
Okay.
It is going to cost more than the GDP of Ghana to put irrigation.
But you promised one village, one dam.
Yeah, but that is you see, it's a slogan. And a slogan is where you want to get to. It may take 10 years, it may take 20 years, but you start somewhere. And you get people to understand that this is what we are trying to do.
So how many dams do we have? How many dams do we have supporting your planting for food and jobs now?
Well, the dams, you see, this one village, one dam was done under a different ministry.
Right.
Ministry of Special Initiatives.
Right.
Okay, it wasn't under my ministry.
I get it.
So I cannot account for it.
But you're supposed to be working together to achieve
but
food
it's
sufficiency.
It's different if it was under my ministry. Okay, there's a ministry with a minister in charge who's been assigned this task. You cannot go and take it from them. If it is in my ministry, then my personnel and everything is all there for us to see the extent to which we have done the work and how the progress is being done. But it's a bit unfair to say that because it's supporting my ministry, I should be responsible for accounting for it.
That's not what I'm suggesting. I'm saying so that under you, each year would have done 4 times harvest. If we were putting in the one village, one dam, that's what I'm throwing in now.
Yeah, but you see, you are talking about something which is utopia.
How is that?
It's utopia because you cannot get you cannot get
the revelations from Africa one village, one dam.
Interesting indeed.
Yeah.
But
may exercise be and Nipa Obia send me a message as if so nim the woman trimma. Just last week I bought a malaria pill called Coatem for 45 cedis, but I went and buy the same medicine yesterday, and to my surprise, she took cost 75 Ghana cedis. My question is, how many Ghanaians can afford this medicine? Okay, so at the table.
Question.
Yeah.
Kwabena, when him say, if we are see we are away, aban bia ni ho no mu a o te se de owo Ghana hai ebi ni ho. Aban a won ni suade hunu won susuye won adwen ne won hyehyɛ nyinaa skewed towards individuals bi omunuru Kwabena to exaggerate omunuru 100 nipa on my way budget eko omubotom no omunuru 100.
It's possible.
me say omunru. Look, to make it omwa almost sa siem propo aka ho. Almost sa siem propo wa eka ho. Omunru 100. It's possible. Now, yeah budget na. Ye fa enipa be se ensia pe. Ensia no namely Akufo-Addo, Kenoforiata, Osafo-Maafo, Gabi Asoro-Kyedako, Kofi Asante bedi etuo, ena Charles Edubuahin. Sa nipa nsia wei. Ena omo dwen ho ade wei nyanya ne den. Contractor ben ye de bema no. Wo free he. Eti oman ni sika no. Nipa sa nipa nsia wei ena ewo mo ho. Ena omo proteges eka omo homa omo ye bese wo ha. Ministers no ebi ye mfui. There are so many ministers out in the din ye the assumption no enso enye ono a. Ebi ti se gwekwa jima manu. Papa we. Yes, he may have improper which improper no essence sika ne sunti no. Sika do your friends aduane eso nam do so na eso dompe. Edoso. Enti se ye krama wo fie na se ye se ye ma dompe nko akra a. Wo be ye totwe. Anu nti na wo ye totwe no. Asem proper no. Enti no when it's about Wobia enya oman ne ho adwen nti na ye na kotena so ye minister. You should be able to identify it. A Greek minister we me say Kwabena, you can put me to anything. He cannot even debate me and me a Greek da. He cannot debate me. Even on GTV he could not debate me. One man the cry friend a Greek. Wa bon te kro. Onima de he doesn't know next to nothing what we call agriculture, and he doesn't know. Let alone to think about how to make a business, that which we call agro business or agribusiness. He doesn't understand. So if there is a slogan called "One Village, One Dam," now the slogan was geared towards making irrigation possible, so that we have all year round agric or farming. Aduane shorto. Uko Italy, hey, you can call the people of Italy. They would omukra text abasisia. There is not a single time I'll say tomatoes me na tomatoes boye dion ebinio. And these are people who started from scratch. They began to make sure say any kwesi etie mamu a aduane etimi shorto. Yeah. That's about centuries ago. Centuries ago. And omodwe hu say there be. Say tomatoes 1 cedi na. E was say into the foreseeable future no, ye tomato no 1 cedi. Na ye we aduane bia akoto no Italy bia ye we. Say ye onions ye we, ye ginger ye we. Say ginger ye we £1, 1 cedi, and now €1. From January to December 2021 to 2038, it could be 1 cedi. You see how people have projected their lives? Unlike Ghana, you have a minister, a buffoon minister, onim she, nitrim, she nim, koto, she nim.
Now, Obi Busau say, how many dams? And now one Kasano, as an Greek minister. I can't account for it. Anybody Busau say, you see, account say,
that is another account. We have another account of how many have been built. It's also another account.
No, so that is the point. That as an Greek minister,
yes,
you should be able to give that account.
Yes. Because there have been nothing like that, and it is an expose.
Exactly.
So that's the best way to tell the story of how Adene happened. Yeah.
But say how Akumsi Bekachre say,
meaningless.
Why do we expect her to build a dam with 250,000?
A meaningful dam.
A meaningful dam. It means the more funny a meaningless dam.
What I say? So today you have ministers. For example, Frontier, Kwabena, Akufo-Addo ne Kofi Asante be dey atu ko fa ne ba ye no. Better airport JJ $150 no. 5 or 6 ministers omo converting. None of them could tell say, oh, I was aware. None of them.
Yeah, because they were not part
and
of the decision making.
that cushions that argument of say. And what you are, oh yes, in Papani. No, be our opinion home, ma or mine to say Ghana, or yes, in Papani Minister Biano. One even answer. Yeah, Sabi, a boa to Tobia, yet not as a from Crampo, as one for so channel. To Toby, yeah, the neighbor, yeah, Ben Quine, as one for so channel. Because to render yourself this useless, Obi Awako school. You see, that's how come I've had problems with Alan. I've had problems with him. I don't even want to ever get closer because I don't see why Alan should be part of such a regime.
And then come on, yes,
Alan, I don't know why Alan Trematin, of a very high repute, someone with dignity, with a good integrity, will be part of this regime and will still be part, even as at this time. And your money could say, yeah, then they bring it to your doorstep just for it to be embellished because you have integrity. What am I say? Yeah. Then you, I could tell 3 years, Minister for Agric, Ansah na John Mahama Fra Bemuno, he bequeathed to you even the first tranche of amount from Canadian, you know, Kara, Opa Fasesi Kanema Bodemini, or take a Bantima. You have Fakyo Bantima on your mother. You have Fabma Bodeminia. You have Fasesi Canemano, never says Cano. Yes, one your Franco Defu. Bodemini Benason Faso. Bodemini are not doing Yajuma. 150 million Canadian dollars. Million. Says Kaninya Medugana Hano John Mahama had already operationalized the utilization of that money. Or say NCC machinery houses, their air plow, their air door, bulldozers. Now you make it sure say you be mechanize your agriculture. And unti kuyanino the ohiane obeba machine house ho. Oh, me pacho me 40 acres of land. Me pese me dua bro atoko ene ebia sorghum. Na me pese mo doma me na mo dua ma me mo plow mo futu asase nim na mo dua ma me na mo guso wi a me yield na ba no nya me workers kran ka ho me workers adwuma mo ya ne se omu supervise se enuma me di ebro ni nko omu me di atoko no me di mo no mo twa wie na machine ne kade e be twro John Mahama sa mo percentage discount enti se twa no ba ni wie na ye di gu apaso ne ehu se no ba se ne enya aye anu nti no aban krasa ne wo sign off taker agreement
se nti aka no mo be grace board
John Mahama no ko si sa silos no mo friend say buffer stock Professor Mills yes apenso enti buffer stock ene obedi ade na no na wato afiri wo ho enti se wo dua even 100 acres kra na wonim say aban ne wa sign off taker agreement a aban beto aduane no se ne be ya aban betimi a control food price
Sanu ntina nanka John Mahama ebe a friend say Ghana Grains Board. They said they cocoa board no cocoa board.
Exactly.
Ghana farmers to me do cocoa because government guarantees
off take
agreement. It in the grains who do bro atoko whatever. Nanka John Mahama ebe set up Ghana Grains Board into do na no na abayato.
Unim kwabra ya di 8 years akoyeti 100 years.
Oh say the Ghana there well o ma
8 years
of Ghana ni mu ase.
8 years of Akufo-Addo's governance no. Actually, 100 years. That is how far we have gone. Then you see persons who are supposed to at least but they come to insult you the more. But when you sit on the radio and you talk about them, people say you are insulting an elderly. Penny Jimmy phone be enemy fear. I'm telling you, I'm being very frank. Maybe Papa don't know this answer for I make catch you pain. Say Papa what Jimmy because one unit in my home. One minute that ho na say ya nye wo that ho anka wo manyini me papa fon sa me catch your pain You see, buffoons. Look at the expression. Even of his ignorance, look at the expression. Say, oh no, we are Greek minister. You see one village, one dam, you are to put them to utilization. You are to make sure that one village, one dam, no, amayenya sustainable agriculture. Then the cheek of it, this man goes to pick a tuber of yam, or maybe what Ubusani said, body a bunch of body, or say 3 cities.
Look, these people, they
have no, to me, a cotton, your mother, Guni, them. One can say, or say, Nerico Jumba, they say, and I have.
That's you not say.
You say, on Yansanika, Sama Yetino Casiano.
You see, they have no respect.
Onyansani no de yere na onim nyansa bebrebe no awokọ odwom na oba ye na okache o sa de we ye ne buo ye sei no a wo beda na wo yere chiame no una wo ye kwasea. Oh, so Kwabena, you can see say Akweti said this country is on her knees begging for people. When me bana me tie Uncle Rex kwasi asema o kan ye no enyo no ane pen o de kan ye. This country is a spiritual land.
I'm telling you.
People will come out as many as possible before we go for the 2024 elections. I'm telling you, Kwabena, there are people who will speak. You may ask that question, say, now all this will no way. That person may have been blindfolded. You see, there are things that will happen. A bit shocking for. As of father. So for no. When our friend is so full. Nyami ni muno. Body yesu hu collection. Nyami ni muno.
Me ba sesia. Say ye kaduane ho asem dia. Then there is one important issue we cannot leave it out. But before that, a very quick comment from Chris says, Commander, what Lister is saying about plans of Mahama for the agri sector is true. Currently, Okujetua Blakwa is implementing similar policy in his constituency. All right, thank you. But remember,
the best MP.
Adi Okujetua when the constituency one. And so tell they are buying all together. Aye.
Okay, I'll come back. But Honorable Dr. Clement Park, MP for Busa South Constituency, Deputy Ranking Member, Education Committee. Yeah, ka aduane ho asemi abesi so say. After they say other SHS schools no all students kra no I shall see a year entoboa. Eyom de to aduane akọ various schools. Doc, good morning.
Yeah, Commander Boha, me chetie for nyina.
Etie for je oso. Say ye di a school for common you free mu a na chese o man ya anyi ni ye. Na ye di nkomo so a ebesi da bia dawura ani bra ba. School for no ekom de wo mo. Various regions charts issue statements left, right, center. Ninyina comes back to the issue there is no money. Then the yehu ya rehosem infanseman and infansepem moba omo all students are omo gigi sika at the atoto aduane akoma school because enkola no struggle. Doctor, what is happening?
You mean I'm a but Ansah me shamin common aseno. Ansah me ti se minua eka se Ghana no spiritual land. Na nkrofo do na enche bia em so mbe so no makasa. Menene ya adwen pa sasu me makasa ba em se nipa enche da entie. Because me no akwaya me se akufado ne bomye na o mabai no. Uboni beka. They have managed to hypnotize Ghanaians. Hypnosis. I just said, the Akosu Nina, yet to whom command, Tia Chuma, I was having a BTSU. And it cannot be normal. But be as it may, no. Sir, it looks like the hypnosis, you know. The Amudia, the hypnotizing Ghana for the Omayi, the Amotibia from Wadi. My Pia, what that's Ghana so a boom, into me, and no 1% in poop. Omanyana di omanyana no. Emse mna so. Eti that hypnosis no me say it is wearing off. I just wanted to commend my brother. Because my case me I am for my bottom. But it simply didn't make sense to me. How this government could have gotten away with what they got away, what he has been getting away for all this time. How is that possible? Now I'm 42 people of substance, statesmen and women, intellectuals, academia, businessmen and women, people in the media entertainment. Now it's be in the air course. This happened here, something definitely I believe is changing the spiritual realm. Okay, my education. And that in itself is also another issue. Sure. Free China school are there. Yenim say the choir the bedu baby edu. Yeah, can say progressively free. And I'm almost a mobile man at once. The India can say progressively free, no. And it's a Sansemia Abeto Crew program now. Program no into me and Kosu Sedia in Penono. Enunti and Anka Yang in a different way. Oba no one saw my implemented program 2017. And I started say Yawa Mokoko. She said the equi. More to do near money year or how and a bebre mine. Or how the bebre a church for. And I'm quite so I per se a tituon. Na dachi omonso omini. Na omohu abon for so amagana no. A yaw and on befrom. Woman tie to go be one no kind so Dr. Park or no NDC. Woman per se program no ebe ye. Omokra program on person mugunu. John Daman and Mama or Kasa reviewer say. Sansa went to me and Yentina, Momo Diadiano. Your mama per se ugu free SHS until your case reviewer review no HSA or be cancel. You know, say Nipa kuku dam ankasa. Yamfa NDC, any your mama, any apakonomo and tunchen. Nipa kuku dam. Our morning dear. In Ghana's educational sector and system, academia. Share Professor Demen Sanomo. Share Professor Kila Kwasoya. Share Professor Drew Numo. I mean, look at Professor Ite and Co. And I want to make us only NDC for and other sympathizers of NDC. These are academics are only when it comes to education. Look at say Sam Jonah no more media and poor money manual tum ya chiche biabom. And you know, Nina Emma who eba you can say and yana say and heads of government assisted secondary schools, CHAS, local chapters, 8 million kukudro, 18 team, Hawa, a Waho, I don't put 8 million Casa, or Casa video swa. You can see that. We have been speaking about these issues for years, but you could never have had a headmaster or CHAS representative at any level saying, sir, the Duno, and Koye. I didn't know Casa, ye Cassie. Yafa. A Free High School, a bit of since 2017. You know what the sound come with time. Sika ideation from 2017 to 2021. I had 7.62 billion Ghana cedis. So I said, me, we are Dr. Park. Miana, maybe say for that question. July 2021. And obey ano and okay. Say the ideation. The day baby son said, no, okay. On one in Ministry of Finance, Edubuahin, a grantee Bloomberg.com interview. And our said Ghana was in the process of raising a green bond to raise $1 billion. And that part of that $1 billion, you know, the debate here, loans are Yaji, Ediashe, Free School. So I asked the question to the minister whether government are taking loans to finance the Free School policy. Minister of Finance came and denied. So I'm that. And then I challenged him. I even made references to Bloomberg.com and the article. Or say that was not the case. But of course, so like I said, 7.62 billion, no, it is derived from ABFA, annual budget funding amount. Essentially, your fund Sika and government of Ghana and Omar breakdown. me ka pa say me bisa am say anya bi afi etwemu 2020 media budget review wo be report here certificate dey share me nyina no 3.2 billion dey ba ne say na within 1 year between July 2020 and July 2021 it may huri double from 3.2 billion to 7.62 billion. And I say the year 2020 was an unusual year. And it's a there was the need to procure PPs in Asifo to keep the students and the teachers safe. And I'm going to challenge you, but say, this is such a quantum leap. And our culture speaker said he would go and come back to provide further and better particulars to the honorable member. Me know okay up to today. I'm a filing question pending for the details. And I stand by the same July or the actual 2021 media budget review by. He repeated the same figure, 7.62 billion. Meanwhile, about 2022. I'm on the 2.3 billion and a buy. And a GP and a disesicano amount. And you know, say a tray when you are now woman, Penny, a Kufado, now, Osia. Sir, Christian School, no, flagship program. You say that it is your legacy. Now you to me at the 3.2 billion. I will say IMF, Sir, Christian School program, it will not be touched. You have protected it. And you know, we shouldn't worry. I want to me at the Sika. Say I'm from going National Cathedral. And the Abba is saying, and nay, Sajika I at to her. Want to me and for Niduma. Am I a buffer stock food suppliers? Abandon Moka 340 million. Also from a question I find. Young party are just 150 million. Which means that you still owe buffer stock suppliers, and that is why buffer stock suppliers were not supplying the non-perishables to the schools.
But Dr. Park, Sesiano, Sa Adeya Boswa. It seems that yenya way out bia. Baby ijina any ijina. What do we do?
My solution is simple. Because I was buying it to me kukudro. Now to me a catcher the entire cost. Probably it doesn't make sense that we will vote and approve 3.2 billion when you owe buffer stock suppliers, even if we said you owe them 1 million you couldn't have paid them. And
the dog, Sikana Kanaway. Doctor, this Sikana Kanaway.
That is the point we need to ask the government. They need to tell us either the money is there or it is not there. Because as far as I'm concerned, we have made the money available. It is Kanawati. And that is the issue. And the point
3.2 billion.
Yes.
Ghana cedis.
No, 2.3 billion.
2.3 billion Ghana cedis.
That is what we approved for the program in 2022 alone. You know, how come that we still owe buffer stock, our own supply, non-perishables? I can put here 30% of the feeding grant.
Bosiano Monko Aquagina, Emma, na say, Winim so my Omonsa Kiscano.
No, Bobie, no, we know the way the processes work. Mampany and Osama Kano for the say on Fabajetimra. What the bar, now you're doing Commander Boo, na ya pass it. As far as I am aware, the money should be there. If the money is not there, the government should tell us that the money is not there. And that is the argument. But the point I'm making is that the issue of food, there are two separate issues. We have the non-perishables. When a buffer stock company, and on your buffer stock, or turn you to hold, now what the amount say in Franco schools, what my contract, and a contract, so you infer the party boys and girls and political appointees and apparatchiks. That is one aspect of it, which is an issue. It in the another crowd, what they call Ayana, almost for the uncle. It make us a 50 bucks and common school. Now the 25 bucks a cop. It make us a 30 gallons. Now the 15 a cop. It means branding it means to say a more a poor, it to go a dream, and I say broom, increase weight, at the cost of headmaster don't mean carry. That is another tranche of the issue where corruption and cheating is going on. Expired food items not for. But be as it may, won't pure now almost supply. That is not happening. But the current issue, I'll back on and say, I was buying 30% of the feeding grant, equal schools, now headmasters, editor, their friend perishables. Eti Nkrumah, Ninya Adua, Ene Moko, Ene Nasifo. And also, no, Abaya Mansikanum, Yeka say schools and see, if you want 12 months, they have not received their 30% of the feeding grant to procure perishables. I'm a free items. Yeah, I'm after the suppliers now. Free almost and that is why we are where we are. Our schools in our country say I buy and release sika amomwe tia areas no. Ansah mfebi anka ho procure. The situation is going to come to a halt. So that is where we are. And for me, the solution. And they say old boys and girls, and I will follow. Instead of because they need to call out government. They need to hold press conferences. Parents need to speak up. Old boys and girls need to speak up. Because government has a responsibility to deliver on its mandate. That is the only time that this government is going to listen. When parents begin to speak publicly, hold press conferences, when old boys and girls, in addition to doing susu to buy food and collecting food, they need to be bold to do what we have been doing. And what is going to happen is that our children are going to continue going to school, they'll be malnourished, we'll be doing this, they won't be having the serenity of mind to study, and then eventually, the headmasters are going to have no choice, because if they don't get help, they'll have to close the schools down.
All right, well, Monday, you better to uncle Mowe, so I don't pay citizen show that's it. All right, so that's it live on Accra 100.5. And my message be from Judicial Service. Bobie, please talk about Judicial Service for us. 1 year now, and they have refused to pay our overtime allowance. And no one is telling us anything. We are dying. This is coming from a civil servant working with Judicial Services. And baby amuntia. And my boy, we have my baby straight for time's sake. Okay, all right. Okay, so this food increment is worse now. My mom sells food. At first, it was 1,500, and she gets everything now. She sent 3,000 and doesn't get anything. She has been pushed to reduce the styles she now buy from the market. Inti, omami aduane. A ton, aduane no 1,005. Market na 1,005.
I say 3,000.
They say 3,000 into mean a year near man not 1,005. I didn't know aduane no. So the point is or the 3,000 abefia benwa say no what ton say when yam faso say. Mind you, yeah, nananom anu aduane pen no. Surplus no be kafi no ni. Inti we no surplus grant me nka.
They are surplus we can no
akodi bi e ka so abafie. So at the end of the day no be can say me say yen dan ye a radio program about omo ye boju business. Obia efrimu say.
Serious issue.
You can't run a business today.
No, we see this economy.
Many
why
are
obey ye was our economy we are by adwuma in one or ye cromfo.
And that's how your professor.
Yeah,
the Nigerian scholars say
we are economy
the Ghanaian
as a government worker. We are cromfo.
We do chika there. Okay, so young Gomra, yemra me be fully live on Accra 100.5. I'll be back.
The Mako who Greenfield Scientific Herbal Clinic. We hope that you make say and Unti Momania Award. A word bestie. Obian Trans Emma Dumpia, the Cassa, and Asam Boya, the Encanon to them with you.
Greenfield Scientific Herbal Clinic. A senior want to say, near Kuro Etuno, near Encan Ewananu, Obana Bemo Power, and Yarwankaye.
Nansema Meka say, and Espana Quad Ekayeno. Greenfield at Arumanti and was also the General APM.
Greenfield Scientific Herbal Clinic. Our ultra modern laboratory. chemistry, and a diagnostic machines. Associated Pediani Moankasa, Greenfield Scientific Herbal Clinic, Ewanunga Dogon, Estate Junction, last stop. Frewa 0243 983 906 and 0261 651 898.
Greenfield.
God is our healer.
Greenfield.
Your last stop.
Mensa, what who said the agriculture liquid fertilizer, ama cocoa near Drenfui, Asu above the Fefe, or Babesia Padway Foods Alu, or Bafuni, Milk Catcher, quiet and Dindies, or Babbit to my ass have we.
What the agriculture liquid fertilizer, a good woo for Sudia, who are your energy?
No, Sawasaw, and Tubatubo.
And to my jazz,
Madame, Cocoa for Patra, and you're Drenfui, Aodia.
Miami, dear.
O Jamasitin Wadansia, on one of the agriculture liquid fertilizer, would you go at the Fosua, a book to a woodrim, na at Tiapo, what or Dianansua, Winabo, what agriculture, and Naka and Numua, a Tiaka, one more Naka free.
Agriculture fertilizer, dear, I make you 4 years. Whoa,
and part our agrochemical shop of BM. And as I said, you quiet, though, Mrs. Quiet, when you also be put on the minute, agriculture, fertilizing, and what agrochemical shop of BM Ghana. What I do to have 0246 491126 and then 0246 10 70 68.
Wabatele Accra FM, mommy.
All right, Yasia Baby, live on Accra 100.5. Top Choco, Simen can check Ghana for you now. Say, what the a year Top Choco chocolate spread aba. You know, and as it's your man for pepper, Kodano soup, and pay one more brodo no. Now the beer for mama, one more, come on. I tea bread out your shim. Top Choco chocolate, I want to see one also, or papa. And now, almost 3-in-1 chocolate drink now. One more dear bar. Yani dear bibia wom. Tinuan se wosa edia gunsum now na okrono. A man for between from 0243 033 Top Choco on Sabeka womo. Eclipse collateral say menka wo so mgusua eyo mo adwuma. Adwuma ne se wo ajapade a ehu documents no. E mane nkokwa miawani na efa beja womo. Amanfo eje bosia no munya akagiremu anase collateral na womo de document no ebata obi ebosia okoje abon ama wo mu percentage we ompe na apede ya mesremo Eclipse collateral womo Pantan Junction or Bencaf International School Adenton new site from 054 3832 466 onsa ebetimi aka womo Tabia Heba Center or say men can tell me say into the yadie when you want to onam ya wo ya ai bia wani ha Tabia Heba mixture no wajibi ebeboa pa afi Tabia Heba capsules ya wo de aba usisi yadie constipation yam watim na ye no so o fa bi akoda wadi emfrihia wonyanya emfrihia du nwotwe ma wonom oba pemfo mfansa nka na wo ma akoda no fo so a na watwe ho afiri ho waso memu pharmacies and herbal shops or can see drug lane ubenya bi de afiri ho from 0243 686 861 0243 686 861 and that's 0245 749 206 Tabia Herbal capsules na wakwaje wotie mame mbo yes ade we ma mempanimfo Nana Akufo-Addo on the economic issues and the way Akufo-Addo na busuafo edidi the late Atamios atem no na menim kura so obebo nyame dia bata economy ho da barwayo ni wiase oba bibia ono na ye empire kura no obi bo a bone ono no bo a na ye ni bibia family and friends odidi joma ma atem sa family and friends ye bone ono no bo ba e woni na busuafo eya wo hwe no na wa mapaniye aye nkwase asem ko se wo benyini na wadi ensemfo sa wa asase so no nka usu ne game clear wa eno ano no Atamios economy enyem paibo economy na ade adane paibo na TV ene Akufo-Addo survey the baby and Dunia free Yami. All right, so you go to Akufo-Addo on this economic survey.
We will also continue with our program for the expansion and modernization of our educational system to create a 21st century workforce. The systematic reform of our healthcare system to ensure a resilient, robust healthcare delivery system. The realization of the agenda of industrial transformation that holds the key to our future prosperity. The enhancement of agricultural productivity to guarantee the prospects of food security. The execution of the comprehensive infrastructural development plan in roads and railways. The conclusion of the digitalization process to obtain the full benefits of the fourth industrial revolution. The protection and greening of our environment to address climate change. The empowerment of the security services to ensure the peace, security, and stability of the state and nation. The establishment of a free and just society where entrepreneurship and individual initiative are the sources of wealth creation with a strong social safety net for the marginalized and disadvantaged. And the improvement of the governance architecture to deepen accountability and respect for the rule of law in our body politic. Above all, I continue to have an abiding faith in God to help turn the fortunes of our nation around, together with appropriate policy, determination, and we will also continue with our program for the expansion and modernization of our educational system to create a 21st century workforce. The systematic reform of our healthcare system to ensure a resilient, robust healthcare delivery system. The realization of the agenda of industrial transformation that holds the key.
Quick one on the issue of he's looking up to God. Bernard Mona raised issues about utility tariffs, and that's a Rise Ghana press conference over the weekend. My main fire no enka ho emamo, but Ansah no be play that tape no. Ye current situation hon komo. The hardship, food shortage, fuel increment. Now say petrol 11.50%.
The hardship bestowed on us by President Akufo-Addo and Bawumia regime has reached unsustainable levels, and if nothing is done urgently, we may lose this beautiful country and everything in it that is dear to us. The current levels of unprecedented hardship inflicted on Ghanaians by the maladministration of the economic management team led by Bawumia and the Minister of Finance Ken Ofori-Atta has now become a threat to the security of this nation, and the catalyst of this threat is the passive attitude of the regime and the total lack of urgency in the regime's response to the economic crisis. Power FM. This continues to anger several Ghanaians who by the day are losing faith in our country. Ladies and gentlemen, in the midst of this already existing crisis, this passive government thought that the most suitable response to the current situation was to increase utilities. That's water, power, 21.55%, and electricity by 27.15%. Water and electricity are two basic amenities and inputs for households and businesses, which means any increase in these utility tariffs will lead to an increase in the cost of living to various households, as well as an increase in the cost of production of many business enterprises. From 2017 to 2018, the PURC conducted 8 reviews of electricity tariffs. In 2019, the PURC conducted 2 reviews of the electricity tariffs. Both reviews brought about an increase. In July 2019, the government increased the tariffs by 11.7%. This was followed by another increase of 5.94% in October of the same year. The PURC on Monday, 15th August 2022, announced a 27.15% and a 21.55% increment in electricity and water tariffs, respectively. This increment in utility tariffs came at a time when Ghanaians are already overburdened with high fuel prices, foodstuffs, and other basic amenities due to the exchange rate coupled with high rate of inflation. According to the Ghana foodstuffs and other basic amenities due to the exchange rate coupled with high rate of inflation. According to the Ghana.
All right, so Arise Ghana, ye Jumedia, ye dear, and Yamfana Sema Power FM, wanna ye picky a feed me free because we have a weak production team, so we thank a Power FM. Say or to me aboy. Now, quick one. Mame go straight to Honto. Issues about your current situation. Na me gusu ka dollar sem. Na me gusu ka petrol price.
CD depreciation.
Yes, dollar CD depreciation and all that. Then we have issues where now even omo import into mean farmer because of taxation. Then omo to hand minto. Then we have a situation importers ni bi kura say your taxes ni bi was say no omo asneki abewura e de abewura omo charges ni mu a omo nim ba bi free say obi akofam mpaboa containers 5-6 aba egudem obi ento omo mfree kantamanto kotu no kwa ebo omo pe no omo de ma or the projection $6 and a coffee. Obedri a we ni emanu wie na dollar dru 10. Eye 10 ho taxations no tua ye. Enti obviously no nim kra how okwakoton moka any the odeko. Coupled with a abai mismanagement of a current situation. MPP for no ka kire eye Kufuado say eye wabusuafo na eye saade no. Get them off the scene. Yemfa fresh handsome ra. Na yenhwe. Me no ka say American financial institutions be release statements say abai no nya ha na one IMF nwie. In this baby adene ekono. Eya yehu. Eya ye basa. But yen kan nyina mfu ano. Akufuado say o hwe nyame. Okay. Ene kwa ye nyame de befa so. And this is where we are.
Anaonim.
Pacho.
Kontomri. Se kontomri moja duro se do mo kanu anka boa wansane. Onam anka opona ahwini. Onam na moja na efiri ni hwini egu fom. Se dem paibo na build the economy a. Enka world economy nka Italy. Komo economy be best because on a Vatican. Pope konkrumo bia ho ne sie. Pope kura no the seat top. Now what? Yeah, the Bible my you two Bible ne ka say quote one quotation from Bible you can't quote untimi quote. What is the president quote that? Obe quote ani atro de amano. Enti nyam paibo na de build the economy ka Mensa Water Bank and Capital Bank enwu. Because Mensa Water Bank also for the city be obom paye. Na first time in Ghana's history. Can you name say Oba Ghana ha diesel cars akɛse a kɔfa nnuane free nkurase ba na use diesel kerosene ɛno ne nkurase a yɛni nkanea ɛne yɛde so enti from Kwame Nkrumah pɛn so a de besi sojafoɔ pɛn so besi nnɛ na ne nim sɛ petrol boy den ɛsene diesel but under this regime and the diesel boy den sre V power edi gu asikafoɔ kam to say V8 Land Cruiser Lexus sakas no kerosene boy den sre V power. How? Talking about city depreciation. Nana Omampeni dada Akufo aban omuko twa sikafo fro by in 2007 a buy no na 1 cedi $1 1 year and so move fra bam no cedi ni depreciate by 20% and MPP fra bam 2009 no na cedi ni ye 1 Ghana cedis 20 pesos Omampeni atamesi beso mu Mahama as a head of economic management team wanya economist o wa communicator ebesi wonu ankasa na mamu a odi be wie 2016 8 years NDC fra ba mu no na dollar na 4 cedi 20 pesos na kwoti 1 cedi 20 pesos free 4 cedi 20 pesos ma 3 Ghana cedis so between the period of 8 years no Ghana cedi no e devalue by 3 cedis 8 years. Yes, so me competent or my bon omunim she setekwe Mahama yes seti 170 questions in the later misata. Se omrambe yano wabon. Nana do buy ufa adie 2017 4.2 and now minu kase upe $1 nana uhia 10 Ghana cedis 25 pesos. Do dia mouth for cry 10 Ghana cedis 15 pesos. Ansah no wetumi anya into 5.5 years no what devalue cedi no by 5 Ghana cedis 80 pesos ukote 4.2 every 10 more 5.8 it means what devalue a currency no by over almost 200% the NDC fuja no because of 3 cedis 8 years would just 4.5 years a devalue cedi no by 5.5 Ghana cedis 80 pesos you still call yourself the master of economy. Banana so obi titi do the side ade na say ya ade no kwa friend say herbalist nyesa na obi supervise by junk economy or den a junkie so the head of economic management team is a junkie the economic management team or me a junkies we have junkies managing the economy because ya catch the economy no your junk status
ya ka the junkie no won
economy status ni a junker obi o manage economy a junkie and they do some pempenswa a dear dream. Who buy your planting for food and jobs? O predecessor pays card at Wama. O catch us a ye no. Ye men ya never crum na ye create jobs. O can say ready for food and export. In ya never been kwama no cotton. O catch us a who see warehouse every district. In ya never their kwa see honum. And ne Russia Ukraine war by ya. Ne Russia phone talk when microphone teaming crane and wheat infant from Obomusu no. Anke every him say every sensible government will take advantage over this. No increasing the food export no. The minister and the government say omo the ban out to food export so. Hey,
Sabini ho.
Because you never ni
what is Odema and Piafanga Crano.
What's not title say planting for food and jobs? What's your aduane to the sense say since 2018 aduane kura abro serious edema secondary school for di no ye free ye mokwa e free ECOWAS ene de amankwada ya di ena ebi ni honom no hwede asie enti planting for food no kosi say planting rearing for food and then jobs and then export no ekosi say you are not making sense instead of you to take advantage about Russia Ukraine war no increase your export no and no tia na wusu ena ekwam de mabuna Russia Ukraine war sikasam nya Russia Ukraine war say there asafo ne yen afa de amfa kwhye nyame the president do ka kire say so obompa enti economy na anye ya we should blame God because obompa ya kire nyame nyankopɔ antie ana nyankopɔ nya na so betimi aboae na mesisa economy we we ya ban adwumani a wo be yeye ana ban adwumani bia wo hu se wa yeye no ye kronfo na oka cedi depreciation say cedi na depreciate as at last month me for this month kra na 28.8% cedi depreciation over inflation at 32%. Now ya to electricity mu by 27.15%. Ya to water mu by 21.55%. Now ka all this increase in bo mu a 109.2%. Expenditure. Na nipa bia obeye year waketua ene wakohoma ena abehwe. Se waketua so sin wakohoma bo so obeye ye giso ye kohwini. So waketua so sin wakohoma ba obeye ye giso ye kohwini. Nemo se koba se wakohoma so sin waketua unye ye da ginyame.
Enyezo.
Unye ye da na sa economy ni sa formula ni use sisi a na do baomia formula no eya formula emma kwam obi anye ye wa be ye wogara wo se investigate you. And to your Benjamin, that's why I was here investigate you because cost of expenditure, water, electricity, inflation, depreciation, 109.2%. Ejumanina kecheme tu musekola is 15%. Nana koti 15, the free 109.2 more. Ebema 94.2. That is negative 94.2. And then we are running the economy at negative 94.2. The exchange say. So ya Benjamin now aketua 2,000 Ghana cedis. Now for you to maintain your level, your condition of service and your condition of living, no. So person maintain ya. Also we kope sika. Eya waketua no no. 94.2% of your salary, which is 2,000, which amount to 1,882 Ghana cedis. So one konya says kana meka waketua ho a. Untimi maintain you single room no. I was also kope uncompleted na kokushim. And it's almost a government officials and they are riding big cars, building, buying all mansions. Mansions are what and oko is legua. And then when I do, ye buni a sifu. Over cantonment to mubuno sifu. Apartment to musi. And why a crown for? Because where expenditure has been increased by 109.2%. Once your income has only been increased by 15%. Uti free more the can negative 94. And it's a what the can again negative 94. No, I can't tell you two things are quite mana. It means we are crown for. And it's an economy in no. Na baby no. The man is saying he can say. Abai no. They were starting themselves. Oh, 2017 we grew the economy. Yes, we grew the economy by 78%. Meanwhile, this economy outcome was predicted as a result of Don Dramani Mahama and this for IMF engagement. Our moko in the year 2014-2015. SARS 3-year program no. Almost predicted said by 2017 the economy will grow by 8%. Yeah. And the economy grew by 8%. We were under IMF program. Not supposed to end at 2018.
Now we're extending 1 year.
And now we're extending 1 year until from 2016, 17, 18, 19. Now IMF and economy ye. IMF what you free more ya de ma 2019 or much mu free mu no ano and an emergency mu. When Timia manage economy even 2 years. Now we are going back to IMF because Bibia agency mu. Who catch say who new ministers makwa kwotena peduase. Mo the homegrown policy aba. Homegrown policies ni say fuel allocation de ma abadwuma for at least 50%.
Obwa.
Aban me ministers ne CEOs matter market so 30%.
Obwa.
Expenditure or district assemblies ne ministers ni ya at least 30%.
Obwa.
I didn't know there is the homegrown policy, the policies out there aba.
Obwa.
So unye junkia. Mahama call Senchi consensus uni do de buy. Police omo de buy ni say yemwa na yen strengthen a private company say wo Ghana. Emu bi ana omu twa sika ya de revive it to Binko. Pharmaceutical company say wo Ghana ha. Ana omu ye no omu manufacture no more. Ana omu create more jobs. Said ye beya importation in yem more. Na pressure na wo citizens no ebeko from. Emu bi na omu de support banks. And we say no, it doesn't make sense. So we best spend it 21 billion, 25 billion, 27 billion, collapsing banks. When you can spend just 9 billion to revive them. So NDC saw it. Na Mahama can say it makes sense. Say let's spend this car revive those companies. At least it will create jobs. And into one good banks, no. Homegrown policy ni be on the buy no. Omo to make sure say eye adwuma. Wo ba ye no a obi atimi revive your true homegrown policies no. Who homegrown policy number 1 is to collapse banks. I will spend a year 21 billion, now should I do 27 billion and I do collapse a bank. Now no Baumia Kasa was the entire call IMF and he say 1 excess energy capacity. And now fee COVID-19.
And also banking sector is can I
and banking sector. Shadio Sanyama with me.
Now, Ansah say bank is a heritage bank. You don't need to waste $1 billion. So do you go? There is no case.
Mo Sanyama with me Ansah. Shadio banking sector clean up exercise. COVID-19, Russia Ukraine war. And now AFE was the energy SS energy capacity. My mention in free SS. Nana, your predecessor. In every country, say you share here electricity. Obi anu ani de so ne enti mahama nyansani say ye be magana ye electricity hub power hub enti was sign agreement ne build more Ghana ebenya bini aton bie ampa 2017 Google Nanado Kase Ghana we are exporting electricity to neighboring countries.
Burkina
Faso
to be precise.
Na who are excessor? Why do you complain? But Mali say in abundance of water the food is still thirsty. Near where excess I don't think the Anton.
Chirim.
Eh? Sabi o kwasia ensuo tinsuo ho ensu skom de no. Sa onya kwasia obetena nsuo am skom de. Sa pepepe amamu bu aman sa no mate. Almost excess energy capacity. Russia Ukraine war now will blame no. Ukraine na every minute bomb land one assassin so no. Ukraine exporting electricity in neighboring countries so making money. Ukraine now will say bomb ko ho nyama say no or exporting food.
Me no ga say ship tenso so takataka
Ethiopia supply nuane. What ya land of gold asase a say bi wo de brokerage via studio ha be ye. Wo de banner to export so because they were cry ensu yedi ene di bia kwa ehwa kofi mediane ensu midi na wa begedi midi wi na waba ofuin wani bete no na Ghana fo nyina awu excess capacity ton na jin kania ni sika seska kania okoton a onyi series o beji dollars $1 ni ntumi nyina nyansa se bi oni pen yenti no we are complaining na abundance of water the food is thirsty. You are talking about banking sector clean up exercise. What spending 21 billion? 27 billion at their collapse banks. Meanwhile, you could have spent 9 billion to revive them. You can take over. With the first canama almost said the Mahama ye no. Said you nyansa wini entino. With the wakoto kukumba and our good banks.
But no, and nyansa nkwa. Self your phone and who ya ni be yentino. Yengun Crawford
obi anye obi ahia obi a no obi ama ye pe na yenye ye no obi amesrem fan free ho en wo gu ses kakra bia yi nyina ye ka se Crawford be lusu jobs so si da bi enya no kre na so na Crawford lusu jobs de ntia na wu ba do so wu ba business e collapse nyina ne se Crawford no mo banks na mo ade o musika atoto cars o mutim no adwuma ni banks ni gu ye no obi ade ndia ye wu ba enti na business ni kra se kofom. And what created Sadia Wedia to Obama Nyansani Wangu banks so now they have the power to collapse banks, including a data bank. But man collapse it. Now they have power to collapse from pharmaceuticals companies. Or man collapse pharmaceutical companies. They gave them money. And mutimi expand or mu production. A create jobs. Am I here and import here dollar no. They be a pressure $1 no so no sa import need to try entine Tobinko pa kokwe what another company friend entrance pharmaceuticals ni nyina ye Tobinko dia omu manufacture enonu organ ha Tobinko is it not MPP financier? Are you trying to tell us and this for him say Tobinko MPP financier? All these pharmaceutical companies in these countries are omu produce no omu dey na MPP financier. Mahama knew but he was thinking about Ghana and not NDC. He gave them money to expand.
Tobinko
to create more money.
So MPP
to create more money. But sebi o de oba ya adakato na so a wo de ba ye na sebi o unsua nyansa emfemfiri nyansafo na muntu hunti no mame nkonkonkogu no e na ugu no And now Ghana for how no about the catcher say a nunti. Say be one ring. We a junkie. Oko for Russia-Ukraine war. Who blame inflation on Russia-Ukraine war? 2015 I call IMF no. Ukraine also call IMF. Sa 3-year program no. Ukraine for also subscribe to 3-year program. And now bomb said to Ukraine now Ukraine is not a seeking IMF bailout. Russia is not seeking IMF bailout. Wo bomb ba kukran to asase so. Unu ani wudi out me bibia. Wo mo access on Ghana in the midst of Russia-Ukraine war. Sebi unye junkia.
So ye go bank ni yemfa a bank sector a tax emra.
Simple.
Yen cover COVID.
When the Ghana fosika ko go bank.
Yen cover COVID from nowhere.
Where ni famra. COVID a ka ho asem.
COVID no yemfa COVID tax emra.
COVID a ka ho asem. Wa wo si wunya 19.3 billion Ghana cedis. Eno kra no. Yes one can. Who got expenditure which is 12 billion film one yan faso a year over 7 billion. It be COVID crash I am faso sad ma. Ni nyina choose as as COVID.
Mame mo we so tell a year quick credit investment micro credit limited say yan kan kire Ghana fo nyina say no e abosia bo e de aban no kra wo bo na wa oti wa kom de wo bra na ba gibi ensiun ya kakra bi na fa kopa adwuma bi ye na say kroma ye den pa de wo hia ye e Ghana card na ye hu so ye Ghana ni e dem ma otaw from our 03022000390 me boss bi 03022000390 Agarax Faminante
Kwabena Oshe omanya etwa Ghana ho hia me de men call a friend say Russia Ukraine because no a rather sem omanya etwa Ghana ho hia Ivory Coast Togo Burkina Faso Omunyina also have been affected or were affected by COVID, just like Ghana. Omunyina that's what tiase and so-called Ukraine and Russia and Tokano air koso. But omu be anywhere, omu inflation, aye even double the gate. And Ghana even sa 31% in Krana, a friend say, yeah, quote in Krano, and you're correct, a brosa. Says the Ghana government is even fighting his own institutions. Ghana government to say Ghana statistical friends say company almost statistics somebody about agency statistics somebody about and you're correct. It is only in Akufo-Addo Bawumia government and they are actually challenging all the international credit ratings agencies, including Ankasa agency. Ghana statistical friends say agency service. So the whole situation is won't you say, look, sir, I keep telling you guys, Omamba say, Omu be book Ghana, and I say, Omu be Ghana you. Nobody sits down and think about this country's problem. Everybody is in to make money for himself. And the man at the top, or making sika. Etino, or you okay to Omamudine, assuming Yano, almost will be any way, any means necessary. Some of them are making money through their own proteges. Serious monies. It's a Ghana quite to say, Bosia Yakoboni in quite to say with the basket. Now they are Kosunsu or they are Kosensu.
But he's telling us, Osinya maybe.
Nyame, don't know Nyame. Nyakopono Kro Nimuno. I'm telling you, God doesn't know Akufo-Addo. Akufo-Addo doesn't know God. Look, Opa check it, all the countries, especially the Asian countries now within a period of 25 years. Omu to be developed, check their leadership. Omu ye unmaterialistic. Omu nyune material things. Usha Kwame Nkrumah betina ebedi ade Ghana. Shira Kwame Nkrumah fie. When sisi adan, no ni properties be a chan weshia. But these are people. It's a cabal. I don't call it a government. It is not a government because Biomu Yebia has nothing to do with governance. What they have done is form over substance. I said, Yahoo to one who come, and a BBN.
Yeah.
And let's say this to the people because they have a policy doctrine. Omfi say, Uchantrona over a period of time. Now, Ababe no cre. So that is how they have infiltrated the media Ome tuatua media for no bebree ka. Because of course, I mean, business in consulting media for some budget. Instead of the media to going into their issues, now omo defend omo. Some of them will not even talk about it at all. So adia air question ni say, Bosia bebrebe over 130 billion Bosia na oma bon. Met me aka say emu be 90% akodi individuals bottom. Almost says can go private jet from their a friend say offshore. You know, they cannot account for anything because the money is not in the country. And they don't care. They have no shame. Because baby amunim say a to me a friend say a challenge mubiano or my infiltrate the judiciary, the media, the what everywhere. Actually, they don't care. They have even infiltrated the opposition, the biggest opposition party. I'm telling you. Yes, you can say, yeah. You know, look, if so, oh my Ghana, I'm sorry. Don't you see the the way I must bring the economy to its knees, the way I must sell money? Don't you see they are still going around saying breaking the eight, and they say it with confidence. Me who be that. The fortification, the security apparatus around the friends, the electoral commission is bigger than even the president himself. Sabi Afarijan, electoral commissioner for so many years. Yeah, who's that security be one? Afarijan we na juma onamni baby din because obiani ni asem.
No be touch chinga. Oh, achimota so need them hon.
You see, so these people, they know, say, Oma run or mine it down. And they don't care. Because Oma creative system, regulation, that is what they are doing. So, say, Ghana for you, I'm sorry. This country, by the time I any buy hosono, now, just say, a butua pansama, nothing we can do. Look at the area cinema across the geopolitics friends say systems are air cost just say the whole global economy is changing. It's changing from a friend say unipolar to multipolar. And what is Ghana doing? Your arable land, your all the natural resources, we have them. We have the human resource. But what is happening to us? Because some cabal biaba Oma sheda yi yomumu bi. I say we are not in government. And omu na omu yusu omu. Because oma ababeti say oma come di nipa no so much. Bibi kitwa bi ade bema ni bia ne ho popo obaje ne saa. Even look at for titu ama mentwa kra or the tibetu or
Adamo de ye MPP for no any Ghana for no ano no.
That is what is going on. Eti nipa come ade ameye no behu obeka no mama come dena ne business kra me say no. In fact, so idea cost woman who make be and idea a happy now. Say I'm here. You see the financial sector cleanup. All the financial institutions that were collapsed are Ghanaian owned.
Yes.
When you signal I send it, says we are Ghanaian. Men investment.
You don't have the right to invest
in Ghana.
You don't have the right to become an entrepreneur.
So how are we going to get the Dangotes and whatever in this country? Do you think say Barclays banks need all these banks now? Say Oma be global giants no.
Omo ko challenges.
Oma go challenges mu.
Dangote tracks in a way. And you almost also a cement away because I don't see it.
See, let me tell you something. Adia air cost for Ghana. Look, this government they will rather work through a foreigner, steal Ghana's money and make a foreigner richer. So that free amount of could this can be than say Ghana and Ibe. So they came to said yeah not friends let's do work on. What's see? Obani for no ma just say obewia now a kum now I say it is only in this government time na journalists who moano ya dia ye bekum. Ahmed Swali is a typical example. Who your business na say abanu who say sabi a friend say na on be fetch kwan bi on be fa so on be good business bia on be good no
Atuguba first lecture Now we might trust some taxes letter to him about taxes.
Now you see, Mami Casa Munchro. Abua bia ni hwa owu a ne ntakra emma fom. Even the most ruthless dictators ye hu omo wiase kura no omo time so there is time for everything.
Eno ne can say Mobutu bia wa ne Kabila.
What I say? There is time for everything. Because you see, when Nyankopon Mao opportunity to lead a country like Ghana, it's an honor.
Great honor.
It's an honor. You don't have to steal to be rich. Nasi kanu do say na obedi. Say, oh a die tenor. A die tenor, a mu baako pe na abetenem. Even within that a die tenor, one room mu na abeda. Within one room no, empa baako so. Within one empa no, kwana fear bi na oda ho. Oh, 100 cars, you can only drive one car at a time. Even one car, no say sports car, prefer nipa 2. Say a normal car, prefer nipa 5. One seat is super now. Why are we so dumb? Why are we so say yama greed, insatiable greed? It is a year of minor. Just say and no na free mu buy and ye go minor and we don't care. We are stealing all the money so that young kwaya bushya be ye. Now kwa bushya ye no. Na Ghana nyina to pansam ye no. And I dey free mu. We are there.
And no nya so we no na do so.
We nya there obewu.
They don't care.
And then just like we see cheda kwaka no. Omo wiya sika na go na dachi omo na nanom.
Aka che so papa.
Aba be ka che se wo de omo na nanom papa omo amobra. Because you say o dwene ade e ko won say omo nsuro nyame. Hwe Nyankopon ba ade na me ka sem chiro. Nipa na Nyankopon de ye bibia. Bobie me wa hay say Gana we ask in the sky say more than $1. Fine. Say you cofa dollar packet e be si ha say ya. Na Bobie o pedaya. O betumi ada dollar.
There won't be now.
It's just a paper, a legal tender. O pedania dia $1.
There we
say o pedaya a legal tender form of exchange and no na de be mani passe koye mami. Aduane na be dia dollar na de be mani passe mama aduane. Nipa ho hia se ne bibia. We are supposed to be loving people,
but they are planting
and
hates.
Use things. And niema, hunam niema, we see a do nipa. Na ye do ya ho a na ye use niema. Anya me dia maye. But rather no, we are loving the things and using the human nipa. Why are we like this? Why?
Ma mentre mo the state of GN Bank assets ni bi. Honto rezi na me kopɛ Ma mentre mo the state Ghana for mo follow you on YouTube and on Facebook. We are just 30 seconds exercise. Ma mentre mo the na unim say after the MPP for no the ababeto Facebook say oh after the aye. They are now complaining.
Elections,
yeah,
consequences.
Yes. They are now complaining.
Dr. Papa Kwasindum 2016 no campaign see into Mahama no.
Yes.
Now o market consider market for some meji bosia.
Yes.
Oh, GN Bank. O say Mahama nye. And campaign in the two no.
Yes.
They say APPP. No, almost say I awake. Yeah. They say they are asleep.
Yeah. Okay, so this is the current situation of the. I therefore why won't me me patron come ubet me share free baby. Okay,
cars and futura born or motos.
This is the current situation of a year GN Bank assets. Inti mess sell niema me gu animu ase. Niema say aje kra ye mfa nya hwee.
Yes sir. The
best say no. Na emprontete. Na akufado so se dem na osre nyama na pratete eye na nije eye wo mo fe and yan ne kan se obi osunsun money eye evil spirit
ada money
yes se woni evil spirit a obi ade se ya enye wo de enye ofe enti se man confiscate a ade ne ade ye ade aboa eye oman no entity na ensei abraham wadi hu sika. All right, so there is another video of a school feeding that at this point, okay, mumfan cheme, ewia, enkwala aduane ede mo school no eyenchewe.
I said you ready. And you ready. Yes, restaurant.
Where did you know now? They are poor.
Sir, Bobie, Mamma catch your chest. I'll pass you how restless and how
more this is school feeding and children. More one is school feeding and children is school feeding. Hey, Ghana heading and then children is school feeding program. I see our Rosso and children is school feeding. No more channel. What's it? School feeding. More this is school feeding and children. More one is school feeding and children is school feeding. Hey, Ghana heading and then children is school feeding program. I see our Rosso and children is school feeding. No more channel. What's it? School feeding. More this is school feeding and children. More one is school feeding and children is school feeding. Hey, Ghana heading and then children is school feeding.
It's getting sad and scary. Very sad and scary. Listen. Open I see emfa o mani se nyamensa. Economy no se baby aduru no.
Nyame de we huna mani o.
Kora. Ya na nanom taibu baby se ntimi onioma na ade show kashiri. Obi a oyekuani ana obi a wakọ afuomu da bi anim se ade a ye friend kashiri no. Wokoyi mu no. O chen wunyame. Isan says when nya kashira mo na wansua nioma ubedru fie no ida so ko mabu ana se wapampe matai wa no free sabre no atai free sabre no so ko yekua na se obetimi ede aba kekempo ato apampa ma befia na eyunya me na woso no aninti no se wontimi onioma na ade hye okashire se ohwe suban a omoda na di se aban in fact before omobe fa banwan no ohwe the process a omode Ghana for famu na Minua Apak Eka BB about how hypnosis, a friend is saying hypnotism. Say me per se why share Jimmy Dia. Sorry, I no pay and my friend. Oh, why share? Hey, would they also crow? Would they also be mad? Bibintio, me wah. Enti omo hyase magana ni hu ne ho se onye obi a e wo se akoa bi te se John Mahama edi uso onye obi a ehia wo onye obi a sabi e wo se de ewu komu no ukom
yeti sika so
no waka kyerɛw yeti sika so eso kom de oman nyo hia man o ka kyerɛw e ma wo hu se no wasa ka kyerɛw se busa mpanimfo o man ni efe ni sika man
criminal for kasa
entino o kasa semu anyina kyerɛwo a Kwabena, if you have any problem with those who follow the Kufuado, I will have a problem with you, except to say
they were scammed
simply.
Me man talk about my Kufuado so man should da or say or the Ghana be do
the only thing that will get that person to follow Kufuado is because fine, you can discuss about the IQ levels. From hwɛ kwara kagye tia krɔmfoɔ yɛ obi wɔ hɔ a ɔnkɔ ne ho
But so any ati.
deɛ wɔ kagye tia krɔmfoɔ pa ɔno deɛ wopa akrɔmfoɔ nyinaa hene ei wɛdeɛ ɔmama kae kwasi kankam kwasi kankam
sɛ akrɔmfoɔ koraa no ɔmo bɛwia wa wopia a ɔmo de o movement
I check it.
na ɔhu sɛ wɛdeɛ kura senior bata
Wow, nkrɔfoɔ na ɔmo yɛ belt na ɔmo de
Yes.
kagye tia na ɔmo sɛ Francesia na Francesia. Akufo-Addo pɛpɛpɛ.
Exactly. Pɛpɛpɛpɛpɛpɛpɛ. What do I say?
Ajana one.
Now,
wofa akyiri a wade kɔkɔɔ wofa anim a wade tuntum
Tuma na akɔ.
ɔka nyina na ɔyɛ ne sɛ wade so biriw
wɔde so biriw ɛno nti no wohwɛ yɛ a at some point in 2007 deɛ ma alankyerɛmaten ɛbɛka sɛ sɛsɛi na moyɛ party no deɛ a ɛne I think so I must as well stay aback no almost so I resign no I think those things I don't want to even discuss it because me cry medwane more medwane more oh sabre no yɛn kɔte party no yɛn yɛde party no ba yɛn MPP foɔ no na wɔyi party no si nkyɛn ɛna wakɔte ekuo tantan nkurasifoɔ kuro yɛfrɛ no Dankwa Institute kurasi ni ɛte kuo kurasifoɔ kuro na sɛbi MPP nyɛ nipa mmiɛnsa na egyina wɔn din so teeɛ that was me the Dankwa Institute nkurasifoɔ kuro ɛgyimifoɔ kuo was mate Dankwa Institute and that institute no and they making sure say they will overhype that image called Akufo-Addo.
Yeah.
Only classmate and so or a lawyer. Only certificate and so a lawyer. One could be and so a lawyer. What being Ghana law report needing womb. Because I was here a copy on a day report. Ghana law report a newspaper. Yeah, law no in the financial research. Law haba hanom no so they lobby ni yadu dia ko shem yadu case bia ko shem ko cases nko a ni ya ko shem and ni di Ghana law report I mean say me di newspaper mo anam aben we Jimmy we
na Ghana has certificate yenton
we Jimmy we
PhD si na
yenton me di newspaper mo ahonto nti ade ekina newspaper front page na wa ben we na Jimmy we na ko force so na omo yaya Kwabena what at the time na omo yaya
by
ma
950 say yeko
omo yaya ma it got to a point the Ghanaian now saw him as a messiah yeah when near there oman no ebetiti apansam
ye honto ye
then he will come to tell you say anya mia oman ni nye yie etimo so me hwe.
And one of their strategy was to use the same thing to demonize John Mahama.
Yes.
To make
him. And only in the beginning, no. Then no amawa who say, I feel crowded. Na ma holding to minku na minyansen to minku. Jesus,
the battle is the battle is of the Lord.
One no catch will say, Wuna ukwa sorry na. What dinya mere dina? Utumi ni wa holding will be bia uji free yankopon semono. Or no. Grandpa wo wadi na die no enye onu na ebekun Jesus okun ye okun
communication strategy
so
conning
we are sofo na we are asori ba wadi nyame adi waye krifa e dey ntina nkoto aba ma Akufo-Addo sa time no was sad ni Arsenal say good John Mahama so pressure aba ne so enu ntino John Mahama be yi anu a akisofo nyina be kasa no. You see, and what the abedi so. Obedi usu wiye no. When we said the devil you knew is better than the angel you didn't know. The devil you knew in John Mahama. Which devil you never would have appreciated to be your leader, no? And now you have seen him more than the angel. I don't know. In brief, in 2016, na John Mahama kwa IMF no. He never used any finances from Bank of Ghana. He never borrowed even 1 cedi
from Bank of Ghana.
From 1 cedi. Borrow 1 cedi from Bank of Ghana. And the year in an election year, he should be enthused.
Yes.
This is a track record. But for 1 cedi every Bank of Ghana. over the years, even at the last check, Krano, I think I have to get some more details. Akufo-Addo no borrow more than 20 to 30 billion.
Look, Mamika Seminso, there are certain things people don't know. Some of the serious infrastructural projects now, like say a terminal 3.
Yes.
Jomama am borrow sikano mana me Ghana bosian.
Debbie.
Or you saw balance sheet.
Balance sheet.
This is a sensible leader.
Huh. Then, Kwabena, to finish it, $60. Kwabena, people don't know the danger associated with this thing. We have not seen anything yet. And America for you ain't seen nothing yet. Ghana could do a China.
No,
now omo de ababe jiska for.
That's what they are trying to do.
You see, they sometimes perceive President Kufuor to be that demon, and the person discussed say Asesana Kufuor in their meeting. Now, it won't suffice. That's why we have Arise Ghana. I think our press conference detailed a few points. Now, Kwara, all that we need to do, let's not even blame any Ghanaian. The Ghanaian, were vulnerable. Like we went to Kumasi, a whole person, were learned, shrewd person, very articulate. Oba radio, so on a Kwabena Kasa. I didn't see him feature. Onim said John Mahama. It took assemblyman to say oh, John Mahama. And no crown was a research or say assemblyman in NDC. Bebois. Later on, and was say, oh, John Mahama. And Oba apologize on air, live radio. So many Ghanaians don't know. Because he may not have known. He may not have known.
Most Ghanaians are sleeping.
Also, say I read it the day before the speech. Exactly. He may not have known. And there are so many people. Look,
and nothing that make us say
hypnotism. Obi betimi atna Kumasi. Adwen say otu for crampo no onye nipa. That is how hypnotism can take you far. I'm using mine for example because you are likely to think say hey ono aye kana say and on bi na nyam nipa moja na ewo nimu. Akwai kana say me na akwai no kwa America kwa akwai na mrefinidi cap
Kofi Wayana
da bi akwai ya odi kokko boom ro fune say Ghana ha akablemeza wakanya ma broni hu say na bi amede okọ no uduru wa ye Wonderland eto obi a oye hypnotism obi a ono no wa make sure say what the propaganda na bebu ni man enye reality wakofa gabi jbed wakofa sa kofo enu ma babegu ne ho se me de omo be ye adwuma memo ma dada Ghana for memo omo nka no kre memo omo hu the reality even when wakọ IMF no hwede ma wakafa Akufo wakafa ono ni IMF a wako ho
ono dey different
say ono munsu ane de enko ono o se source ane de enko empaibo a o se wode ne wura se nyame mu yi wuri nyame kro
Dabi
Akufo-Addo akwa asore wen
the point is Atame's bompire bompire
so you can imagine how their psychology and how they hypnotize the people of this country have rendered us to. As at yet, Kwabena wama kama Ghana for JD say, or mining Niska. Kwabena, this is the biggest lie. You see, I don't want to ever associate myself with say, or mining Niska. It is not true. The money is with them. Or my way, you was All right, and he must provide that money. IMF gives us any money at their own risk. And they must provide them over 90% of the money they have accrued, which they have taken to tax savings. No, they must provide it immediately. That is what the Ghanaian must know. Sikam memeti MPB no or kase. Uwa budget awaye wa Ghana hano. Ka budget ni nyina 5 or 6 years budget ni nyina boom. Measure how much we have accrued as a country. Tifrim never aka. MPs no marginal form.
All right,
they
so
should
we
be
have
able to render themselves to the subject. Let them be accountable to us as a people, and our money is with them. They have to bring it. Ghana is not poor.
Our money is with them, and they must bring it live on Accra 100.5. Greenfield Scientific Herbal Clinic. Bright Soja capsules, Bright Garlic Plus capsules. na yɛbɛkyerɛkyerɛ ɛyɛ saa aduro wɔ mu yie anɔpa yi. Negotiated Benefit Trust Company, thank you so much. Jean Naturalist Clinic, thank you so much. And the conversation keeps on going on. That at the end of the day, the ordinary Ghanaian mibusao, unyameni yedi economy nation insa, ana se yemuse kufado se die na all yedi a sustaining ye. That is the question. Good morning. Mejine sulibre. Wamenchia eye enkrofwa omutimi following on Facebook, on YouTube. Uncle Rexoma, Listo, Nanapoku, and Onia Samuel Honto. Thank you so much. Sewonia Kasai. Greenfield for Eofia. Minia. Marching.
Ya, Eja, Akra.
Boko dear.
Adumni ahwe Nyankopon te ase ye ho jo nana echiawo ene watiefo nyina ne adwumaden a mode boa oman kronkron Ghana. In fact ye be na je se mo soja agu oman no so den nti se nyame ya adomo a niama be den ebeduto iye sana ye nyina ye hwehwe nti nyame hyira mo ne adwumapa a mode boa oman Ghana. Han Greenfield Scientific Background ni sabre de ene da memory da a wani tua se ne ekone de utimi se Greenfield nkomo na obabetie sima kakra bi ehu behia se da ne da nyina no hu ne a koso ewo wabrabom na abrabon na ye kwa ye ba ne nyina no yedidi yenom na yedidi ayenom ne nyina no so no ewo se yenya aduro a ebe den ebetimi aboa yen enya sa ochena enani ani age ne yedidi ochena wanhwe ni na wo de pressure bi na de atu nipadua no so na wo de yare bi na de atu nipadua no so ewo ese efata se da bia no ye ese ye hu ne a ekoso ewo nipadua ni mu eniti ene hu behia se da ne da nyina na edu memre da no pa sabre pe na ese oben radio no na utie unua bi ti utie anu afro unua bi se ontie sisia Greenfield for na ede nkomoi ebremu me pa cho ai se utie yen na se ope se oden yen twetwe nkomo a ana se yare bia ope se onen yen twetwe nkomo no fre sisia na ne doctor Penny ode adwuma na no enikan enkasakra ansa na yato ye no mutiu 0243 983 906 0243 983-906. Yen promotion no so no eguso a ekoso na ansana Dr. Ben ankasa ewa ha Dr. na dwumadie ni nyina esi nanso no ohwehwe mojamu ohwehwe nompemu ne ade ni nyina no enne watieti ne chawchem ababedu studio ha sei na ansana no mamenka bibi kakra emfa yen bright yen duro no ho bright soldier bright garlic no ho na efe minya kasamu no ema Dr. na Dr. enkyerɛkyerɛ yen dwuma odi ewa asoye ho me pa cho bright soldier bright garlic eduro papa onipa bia no tu anamon a eye moja ene de wukọ ene de uba nti se moja no etochima kakra bia na se enko ema me pacho we beye den se nipadua no betimi amuvu eye moja ni nsuo ene den eye adwuma ni nyina nti se moja no short kakra ene nti na obehu se o se me nan baby asensene mensa baby asensene me da mentimi enna ne nyina no ekere wo se moja na wo se dia furusan e wo nipadua ni mu no moja na ntimi ni afurusan sa eni ti wo ho obon se wakoma ebo periperi sebio wo da wo ntimi enna asesebia so eja ade agu so ne nyina na wo se ekere wo preko pe se moja na wo se dia furusan e ma nipadua no ntimi ni afurusan yi nti tie na hye no nso eye bright garlic na wo benhia bright garlic plus wo wutie me maami a wutie papa wutie me maami a wanya monopause papa wanya monopause me pacho e ba ne sana adwen ne kura na ntimi nsisi so me pacho bomodin to bright garlic ne bi na to nanom me ba me nua ba ma wutie na se me nua ba wutie me to bright garlic ne fakoma maami na maami ennom na moja ne ntimi eni afurusan ye e wo nipadua nim menu aba won so wutie me a womansis wonsam aye atochima no bomodin kope bright garlic plus ni bi na to nanom na emo ho ban na moja ne ntimi ni afurusan wadre e woni padua nim sara na doctor asande bright soldier capsules so e de aka ho bright soldier capsules no eye edura ababe boa wo bema wutie me ababe boa ema wagina wo nan so ase bema ababe boa ema wo junso mu eye wo ya obi etie me junso kro junso entimi empie obegina be 1 hour 2 minutes 3 hours 4 4 minutes ansana ne jonso aba me pa cho wan hwe ne ana ochena ne de rubber eba beto be mamu nti bomodin na pe bright soldier ne bi na to na moa na emo wo be ma ho ban ndro da bia me ka ndro na wo dwaman so na aphrodisia ewo mu no me pa cho emoa yen aphrodisia ndro no ampa okofa ne sese betima aboa ema sabio watimi afaya oba no na mom no wan hwe ne a wo pira ne ochena wo so wo be pira wo de how eba beto be ma so ma wan hwe ne a be how nti munya se ndro na mo to abonten no aphrodisia ndro no na pe bright soldier capsules bright soldier no eye bibidru krojen aye so ne so aye de afan fidie mu ene ye de bright soldier capsules ti bomodin ko pe bi na to nanom oba wutie me awuni atenkan so no wo de ne bright soldier capsules bomodin ko pe bi na to nanom mpacho wo a wo pe bi no frɛ number is si a ne ye nkyerɛ oba bi a wo kwa wo benya bi 0243 983 906 0243 983 906 bomadi na kope bi na towate na habandro de me pacho no na obo ade ndi ja yen ya aprofudo ya no ma che me pacho bra wo no ma aprofudo no wo de pressure santo wo no ma ne utina we ya na akoto tipaye dia mpacho wo san de yar foforo asan ama oliver anase wo yamu ni ama no wo de yar foforo asan ama ne biem eni tina da bia na ye bon kai se bibidro ne de ya na eye papa na bibidro so yen so dia eni na ye bright garlic bright soda ndro mienu we ye no mubom ne ya wo se wo no ne ntia se wo no mubom ni se wo mo gentimi ni afurusane ebe ya den se wonum aduro bia betima aye adwuma ewo nipadua num nti wo se wo mo gya di afurusane eni nti na wonum garlic na wonum soja na den ape so na aden na abo adwuma wadre na mewie ne sa no me pa cho ginamba no na fe me ko doctor so na promotion na omuguso omo ye ewo Greenfield Scientific Bar Clinic no na on church promotion ni mu iye enkyere yen etiefo nyina 0243 983 906 0243 983 906 Dr. Ben me pacho mpomwe
already ni head ni ye
Dr. Promotion no eguso ekoso me say endra na ne nansa me twam wo ho na me ba ho no na me hu say enkrofo ma no na omoba na omokọ anope nso the same thing obi kra no by anope nipa be biensa bi eba anope ansa na yeden ye firi ho na minim say mo se mawie na eden na mo de aka ho na eden so na e different a enkrofo eba na omokọ enkrofo ba na eba no difference ne ne kyerɛkyerɛm na kyerɛkyerɛ yen ni a mo ye awo asoe ho
yo mini ani me da wasi anope e mi say ye promotion na ho da wura na ye na tiefo nso a mo de won afidi ato Accra FM anope yi say won ko so antie na Greenfield de fonso ye woni o mapa bi e de ma
edem
last month ye July ye twa mu na ye promotion bi say ye de ma ye nuanom ye ma menom ne ye yere mu e ma nyina wo o man Ghana mu be wanhwe nye hwehwemu bi ansa na auto aduru no e bia wusi aduru no waka mu ba bi o ti no so aduru we ye na auto ba yende enu ti ne ye be ye o lab nya ye wo scan nyina ne ehu ba bi ayare ne wo ene adekodi e kofa de bae
ansa na mo be ye de mo be hwe nipa no kra no mo be ye ni padua mu hwehwemu ansa na mo de aduru aka no wow
nti so sina wo ye de ni mu nti ye de aduru no be ka wo na ye nim adwuma aduru no kwa koye nti ne ye be hia wo ho ani se won so ye aduru ye de be ma wo no
bana soja na ano na o kika se ase busuafo no so mo pe soja
garlic ne mommy ne pe garlic on fandi
wow
dear garlic ya man ofia garlic bright capsules and bright garlic capsules na soja no so enye izo
eno so bo adwuma
oh no esete man kofo bi mo
esete for Ramana kasa na kasa we na enye so bi na ka Ramana kasa na wate ase na o ka no nti the number is here na ofre 0243 983 906 I say Greenfield, God is our healer. Greenfield, your last stop.